for your.
My wife. No problem.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our regularly scheduled commission meeting, Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. The time is now 6 o'clock on the dot. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Bass.
Here.
Commissioner Irvin.
Here.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Present.
Commissioner Santiago.
Here.
Mayor Taylor.
Here. As we stand by invocation led by Chief of Police. Chief starts.
Prayer. Father, Lord God, we want to thank you for bringing us together this moment, Lord God, allowing us to come together as one, to be able to create an environment of family and mentorship, Lord God. We ask you to continue to watch over us, Lord God. Let our decisions be made in the best interest of this city. And as you move in our lives, Lord God, we ask you for continued blessings. In your son, Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so, Madam Clerk, I know we have a proclamation, so we'll skip that and move on down to the approval of the consent agenda. Do we have any pulls, deletions, or deferrals at this moment?
Yes,
Commissioner Santiago?
yeah. I'd like to pull number 3. Is number 3, yes.
Okay, anyone
And
else?
11
3, 11.
and 13.
Wait, hold on. Santiago, 11, and you said number 13?
Yeah, 13.
All right,
11,
anyone else?
13, and 3.
Got it. Anyone else?
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor Kelly?
number 2.
Okay, anyone else? I'm gonna go right. So I have pulled by Vice Mayor Kelly, item number 2, pulled by Commissioner Santiago, item number 3, 11, and 13. That's, okay. Madam Clerk, roll call on the consent agenda.
I need a motion in a second.
Can I have a
Mr. Mayor.
motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner
Second.
Bass, second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes,
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, can I get the approval, motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin,
second.
second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Clerk?
Mr. Mayor, we do have an add-on item that will be included on the agenda as 14-1.
All right.
A-
Uh,
Oh,
Go
go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You want me to read it into the?
Yeah, I was gonna, well, Madam
Yes.
Manager, can you state the emergency nature of this add-on item?
Sure. The add-on item poses a financial emergency. If we don't use the funds by August 31st, then we'll lose those funds.
Got it. Madam Clerk, go ahead and read it into record and then we'll add it into the agenda.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So again, this would be included as 14-1. New items. A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, authorizing the interim city manager to piggyback Miami-Dade County request to qualify number 02029 with Cocoa Tree Service for the tree maintenance in the downtown area of the city for an amount not to exceed $49,500, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for an effective date. This item is sponsored by the interim city manager.
All right, can I get a motion to include this
Move it.
agenda? Moved by Commissioner Santiago,
Second.
second by Commissioner Irvin. Madam Clerk, on this add-on?
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes,
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, and the approval of the minutes was already.
Mr. Mayor, I need to take the vote on the approval of the
Yeah, I
agenda.
was gonna say, we
Oh,
already,
okay.
I think a motion was already made for that.
Yes.
It was moved by Commissioner Santiago and it was seconded by,
No, it was moved by Commissioner Irvin, second by Commissioner Santiago.
got it. All right, so can we vote on the actual agenda?
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, we're moving on to our Approval of minutes for the regular commission meeting minutes, July 9th, 2025. Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Bass,
Second.
second by Commissioner Urban. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Commissioner Urban?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, so we're gonna go back to number 5, which is our awards, proclamations, and acknowledgements. And awards, proclamation, and acknowledgements. If the commission would join me down on the floor. So there's something here we want to do, that we spotlight our residents and highlight the great things that they're doing in and around the city of Opa-locka. So it's the city of Opa-locka, the city of bright opportunities, commendation. Whereas the city of Opa-locka proudly recognizes Calvin Russell III, a five-star multi-sport athlete whose exceptional talent, discipline, and determination have brought great pride to our community. And whereas Calvin Russell is the son of Calvin Russell Jr. and Shanivia, did I say that right? Broussard, thank you. Whereas now a senior at Miami Northwestern Senior High School, Calvin has emerged as one of South Florida's top athletes, earning national rankings, including number 3 wide receiver in the nation by ESPN, number 2 in Florida, and the title of the 2025 Miami Herald Athlete of the Year. Y'all can clap for that. Y'all. Whereas Calvin has excelled across football, basketball, and track, leading his team to a 2024 state championship in football, dominating the court with over 20 points per game and a 38-point playoff performance, and becoming 2-time regional qualifier in the high jump. Whereas Calvin began his journey with the city of Opa-locka Hurricanes and remains active remains active in local youth programming such as Parks and Recreation Team Upward Bound, serving as a role model and a source of pride for community. And whereas Calvin prepares to continue his academic and athletic career at Syracuse University. That's one of ours, y'all. Competing in both football and basketball, the city of Opa-locka commends him for his outstanding achievement and leadership, and extends heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for continued success. Now, therefore, I, Mayor John H. Taylor Jr., along with the citizens of the great city of Opa-locka and my colleagues, the commissioners, Vice Mayor Joseph L. Kelly, Commissioner Tasha L. Irving, Commissioner Dr. Shirlene Bass, and Commissioner Louis B. Santiago, do hereby commend Calvin. Your nickname is Gump? I love it. Like the movie. Calvin Gump Russell III. We present this to you this 23rd day of July, 2025. I just want to take the grandson of our CRA chair, Miss Janie Russell, who is here, and we see Bishop Russell in the audience. So thank you for all, and make Opa-locka proud. And when you make $1 million, we're gonna need a gym. I'll put my grocery in there now. Best back in the community. So we salute. This is our citizen spotlight saluting Mr. Calvin Russell. So thank you again, Calvin Russell, for all that you do and going to do for the city of Opa-locka. Make us proud. Make us proud in Syracuse. All right, as we move on to our District 1, District 2 reports, I know we have the mayor's office online. Ms. Melanie Burke will allow them to go first, and then we'll turn it over into District 2. Ms. Burke, you have the floor.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, ma'am?
we would need confirmation from IT to see if, Ms. Burke is online.
Okay, we'll come back to her. So we're moving on to District 2. We have the legislative strategist, Mr. Oliver Tesuma. From our District 2 office, Ms. Marlene, Commissioner Marlene Bastian.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, honorable members of the City Commission. Good evening. My name is Oliver Telusma, or Olivier Telusma, because my parents are Haitian, or Olivier Telusma. Either one works. I am an attorney, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Senior Policy and Legislative Strategist for Commissioner Marlene Bastien for District 2. And so when she took office, she had one singular focus, and I'm going to try my best to address constituents as well. She wanted to make sure that her district was a district in which anyone, irrespective of where you live or where you come from, have the opportunity to work, live, and play. Because the gravity of our reality is serious. There are individuals who are being squeezed by the cost of housing crisis, not just within the city of Opa-locka, but across Miami-Dade County, certainly within District 2, including rising housing costs, including food price cost increases, including issues with traffic and infrastructure. And so her work when she took office was incredibly clear that she made a promise that the residents of District 2 were going to see tangible results. And I work for her, but unbiasedly believe that she is making good on those promises. First, on the issue of affordable housing, incredibly important because she does sit as the chairwoman of the Housing Committee for the Board of County Commissioners. She first sponsored a resolution that directed the mayor to develop a 5-year housing plan that addressed the increased demand for housing in Miami-Dade County. Because it's not just an affordability issue, it's a stock issue. And if you can't build, you can't keep prices down. But she understands that plans are not enough and that faith without works is frankly dead. So what did she do? She made sure that she sponsored a resolution that provided $2.9 million to the establishment of a pilot program called the Eviction Diversion Program. It's particularly important for residents in Opa-locka because according to a report released by the Beacon Council, 69.12, so almost 70% of residents here in Opa-locka are renters. And many people who live not just in Opa-locka, but across District 2 are either cost burden, meaning that they spend over 30% of their take-home pay on housing and housing-related expenses. Some folk are extremely cost burden, which means that they spend more than 50% of their pay on take-home and take-home expenses. So if you have a large segment of the population that are living paycheck to paycheck, programs like this become exceptionally important, especially in a space like Florida, in which renters enjoy relatively few protections once they are met in the eviction proceeding. And it has been statistically proven that an individual that has an attorney in eviction court, because they're not guaranteed a court attorney under law, can have a better chance of avoiding eviction or negotiating a better term of leaving that unit. She also sponsored a resolution that provided $2.6 million in extended stay shelter beds for the homeless in Miami-Dade County that also provided wraparound services because, again, she was a social worker for 13 years and she delivered wraparound services to the community for over 30. So she wanted to make sure that the partnerships that Miami-Dade County made through the Miami-Dade County Homeless Trust address the whole of the individual and not just the immediate needs. Let's just try to stick you in a shelter and move forward. She also secured a $5 million grant from the Bezos Day One Family Foundation, which again goes to the work of eradicating homelessness in Miami-Dade County. I also want to pivot to infrastructure because, again, a lot of people talk about infrastructure and the need for real, tangible growth. People want to see better streets. They want to live in a district and in a community that they can feel proud of. In my own personal experience, and when I get the opportunity to talk to constituents, most constituents don't really covet the things that other districts or other areas have. They just want to feel proud in the place that they're in, especially
in an area with as rich history as Opa-locka. And so Commissioner Bastian made sure that she sponsored a resolution that provided $48 million in allocation for Pump Station 300. That is a regional pump station that does not only serve Opa-locka, but the entire northern portion of Miami-Dade County. She's making active allocations in the millions of dollars to make sure that we're improving streets in District 2. And she's going to continue to find strategies, both partnering with CRAs, including Opa-locka CRA, and the other CRAs within her district to ensure that individuals are provided and cared for. I want to pivot to something back to housing. Housing is my expertise, and I forgot to mention this. Commissioner Bastian also, in addressing the housing stock issue, she wanted to be clear that when developers come to District 2, that you have to make sure you are working with the people. I know it is a big issue for residents who live in UMSA, but also in the city of Opa-locka, that a lot of people talk about the fear of displacement as we continue to address the affordable housing crisis. That if you continue to build without any meaningful engagement with the community, you might have a situation in which the residents who have called Opa-locka and District 2 home for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, I've talked to people who have lived in this area for 50 years or more, may be pushed out, not just out of Miami-Dade County, but out of South Florida altogether. And so for an example, with this development in Poinciana, there's 40 years of broken promises that were made by folk that came before my commissioner. And so people made clear they wanted to see jobs, not just any type of jobs, but good paying jobs that don't require you to work multiple jobs in order to make ends meet at the end of the month. She wanted to make sure that folk had affordable housing, that there was job training on site. So what did she do? With that proposed plan, that just went through the county commission, she wanted to make sure that it provided for 755 units of housing, inclusive of 155 units of senior housing and 600 units of housing ranging from 30% of the area median income to 120% of the area median income. And in pure dollars for 2025, an individual who's making as low as $38,000 a year to over $100,000 a year will have the opportunity to live in that area. There will be partnerships with local universities and colleges to provide job training, not just for the jobs of today, but as we move into an increasingly technologized workplace and environment, the jobs of tomorrow. It's going to include infrastructure that connects District 2, again, relatively, not even relatively, for the most part, landlocked area directly to the seaport, and in partnership with the Mediterranean Shipping Company, one of the largest shipping companies of its kind in the world. And we are going to make sure that we are changing the face of District 2 by providing strategy with the CRAs in the district, particularly on Northwest 7th Avenue and Northwest 79th Street, to ensure that mom and pop shops are not left behind in this process. Speaking of mom and pop shops, Commissioner Bastian has been incredibly active with her CRAs. We have 5 within our district, and she wants to make sure that she continues to provide the opportunity for everyone not to just get by in this economy, but get ahead. And so I think that's about everything. I just want to add a couple things, just a couple of housekeeping things. We do have a back to school event on Friday and on Saturday at Oak Grove and Glen Cherry Parks next week, next Friday, next Saturday from 12 p.m. to noon. So please bring your kids. We have backpacks and we have school supplies. We want to make sure that our kids are taken care of because the kids are our future. I think that's it. I'm happy to take some questions if you have any.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Oliver, for coming out. Do we have any questions for
Yes,
the
Mr.
District 2
Mayor.
representative, Commissioner Santiago?
Commissioner.
Thank you. First, I want to say thank you to District 2, to Commissioner Bastian, okay, to send you and representing her here in the great city of Opa-locka. In the 8 months and a half that I'm sitting here in this data, this is the first time that I see a representative for our district to come here and visit us. And that's good news what she bringing to us. I know that you only have a little portion of Opa-locka inside of your district, but I know that we're going to work hard for that portion that District 2 have, working together with Commissioner Bastian to make that some better, beautiful, and with good progress for the future. We have a lot of things to talk, and I think that this is beautiful that she's sending somebody to see if Opa-locka is still alive. We're still alive here, and we're here in the same city. Thank you.
Commissioner, thank you so much. And I want to just affirm to you that this will not be my last time coming here. Again, the community is incredibly important to Commissioner, her over 30 years working as someone who provided wraparound services to the community. And so I will definitely be back and I'm looking forward to providing more updates.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, any more questions or concerns to our District Two office?
I-
Commissioner?
I just want to say thank you so much for coming this evening. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor?
thank you for the update. As always, appreciate the commissioner. I know she has been on the forefront for many years dealing with the TPS issues and challenges. I know there's probably some things coming down, so please keep us in the loop of those as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Vice Mayor. Thank
Alright.
you.
All right, hearing none more, anyone else? Okay, so Oliver, thank you for coming and answering the call. So like Commissioner Santiago said, and all of my colleagues, we all agree, we look forward to working with District Two in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is the mayor's office ready?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, so we'll move on to our public presentations. So we have a public presentation from Mr. Asmani Pelaez, Blue Fury Sports Complex. Mr. Pelaez, you have the floor. Did I say that name right?
Yeah,
Okay.
said it right. Hi, good afternoon. To all city members, city officials, community leaders, and neighbors in attendance. Thank you for being here. Just to mention, I'm presenting for Parks and Recreation on the city of Opa-locka, a presentation for you, all of you guys, and for the community. And my name is Osmani Pelaez, and I'm here today to present a clear vision of Opa-locka to transform our parks into safe, vibrant, and active community hubs for everyone. Let me see how.
Oh, they need help with the
No, yeah, it should be. Just
Um,
trying to move it.
IT?
There you go.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Okay, this initiative is called Move a Minute because this is not just about fixing swims or repainting benches. It's about creating movement with purpose, real, visible and long-lasting transformation of our parks. Our mission is clear. Is to fully utilize the beautiful green spaces we already have been creating, new, engaging activities that reflects the needs for our people, to make all parking facilities fully accessible to every resident regardless of age, background, or ability, to make our pool fully functional again, offering youth swimming lessons, senior fitness sessions, and family-friendly and water programs, to collaborate with existing clubs like the Busters Club that have long served our kids by connecting them the college and professional sports experiences. To bring exciting new life skill sports like football, soccer, pickleball, volleyball, beach volleyball, to revive baseball and track on the fields events. To give the city commissioners priority to use the facility for the city events by working together with the city managers, Ms. Lawson, Parks Director, Ms. Sonja, to create a police athletic league in collaboration with Chief Starks, whose experiences in this field is highly respected. To extend the hours of parks and operators, making it possible for working families to enjoy the parks after work hours, and to implement year-round indoor programs like gymnastics and nighttime baseball with the guidance and partnership with Vice President Coach Kelly. I heard a lot of you, Mr. So thank you for what you did, whose leadership and community spirit are truly unmatched. So how can we make this real? We propose four phases strategy. Wake up the parks with immediate improvements, deep cleaning, lighting, signage, fresh paint, and large community power kickoff events, and shows people the park and show people that the park is back. Activate and attract weekly programs like Zumba, Caribbean dance, youth, sports clinics, and Sundays family events with food trucks, games, and music. We want Tom Parks visit into a weekly habits for all the community. Built to last, we reopened the pool under the program Splash and Belong. We launched mini sports academies, community gardens, co-working spaces, and micro retail kiosk. This is not just an event, it's a long-term framework for community engagement. So that's one of the main vision that we want to bring to the community. Expand and empower. Once Cherbondi Park is fully activated, that's the first part that we want to start. We replicate the model of to Ingram Park, which has tremendous potential to become a cultural and fitness hub for the entire city. Okay, here are some of the programs that we want to bring back to the community. The weekly programs, models. I'm gonna pass it to you guys. Family Flow Sundays for the community. Every weekend, the pool becomes the place to be. As I was mentioning, Ingram Park is the next wave. So our plan is to start with Cherbondi Park, bring it back completely for the community. So they call the community out and then replicate it to Ingram Park with all the programs that we want to bring. I'm also the owner of the facility that we just opened here in Opa-locka, the Blue Fury Sports Complex. And just to mention, we got 40,000 square feet of pure sports. We got pickleball, soccer, volleyball, basketball, futsal. We got a rehabilitation therapy space. Also, we got gyms. And we are already proving how can we deliver these kind of activations to our community. I'm also the owner of the Hialeah City Football Club. We got over 500 kids, and that was one of the things that I'm very experienced. So also we have trainers, equipments, local partners, and the most important experience and the head of is to get it done together with you guys. Move and Mina is not just a concept, it's ready to launch solution. And with your support, we are not just restoring our parks, we are making them through her of Opa-locka again. Thank you guys for your time and trust and the opportunity to build something mindful together. Thank you so much, family of Opa-locka. So that was a speech that I made for you guys, but I'll be open for any questions that you guys have. So,
Okay, so Mr. Pelaez, I just want to say first, welcome to the city of Opa-locka. I know you say you have a new business that you opened, Blue Fury.
yes,
And I
thank you.
believe you all invited us to the grand opening. I wasn't
Yeah.
able to attend, so I haven't been able to see it. But I don't know if you're aware, you know, our parks are fully open and functioning and programmed, correct? Okay, so this is just a pitch to, and you know, we're not outsourcing the parks. Are you aware?
Yeah, I've been passing by the parks, yeah.
No, we don't have, unless, and something different, Madam Manager. We have our,
No, we don't.
nothing.
No.
Okay, so this is just a presentation of ideas that you would like to bring to the city of
Yes,
Opa-locka?
definitely, yes.
Okay. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to say that. Well, I'll open it up to the floor and then I guess you can work with the manager. But I know for our parks are fully open and programmed at this moment through our parks director. But I'll open up to the floor to anyone who has questions or concerns.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Bass?
thank you. I had an opportunity to visit his establishment, And I would love for all of us to go back and visit. You know, sometimes we walk around our city and we see things that we wish to other cities and we wish we would have it. If you all were to go to his establishment, you would want that in Opa-locka and in our parks. That establishment is something to be beheld in the city of Opa-locka. He has 4 floors, right? Is it 4 floors? Two of them are occupied with the sports activities. They're sectioned off in different sections, and some of everything is happening at the same time. When I was there, there were hundreds of children playing different sports at the same time, and the parents were there, and it was all in-house. The kids with special needs had their side, their area, so they were not intertwined with the other kids. They were playing every sport you could think of at once. The atmosphere is, I can't describe it. I think we all need to go for a field trip. And to be able to have that in the city of Opa-locka, it's fantastic. I don't know how else to describe the experience. I stayed there for about maybe 2.5 to 3 hours, and we need to go. Just go and see what he's talking about. You know, I'm a transparent person. His delivery was not what he really has. It's far beyond what he has. So let's make it our business to go and see what he's offering, what he's willing to partner with the city with.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Santiago?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, good afternoon, Mr. Pelaez.
Good
It's
afternoon.
good to have you around here with all these beautiful ideas. I'm one of the person that I visited your place, I think so many times that I really love it. And all the ideas that you bring into the city of Opa-locka.
Yes.
But what I understand is, okay, this presentation that you are presenting to us today, question that I always asking everybody coming here, okay, to do any presentation to us and bring new ideas, or they say to bring futures or progress here in the city. It's always cost money to us, to the great city of Opa-locka. Like my colleague, the mayor, say, yeah, the part they open, Mr. Mayor, okay, and we have activities also, you know, like all my colleagues, the commissioner, the mayor, myself, we always try to have some kind of activities in all the parks and bring, you know, the community together. I know that we behind, Mr. Mayor, in a lot of things that we need in the city and to make the transformation that we're looking for the future, for the great city of Opa-locka. But it's always, okay, people when they come here, they counting with us, okay, with fundings and all that, okay, and I want to hear something, you know, new and something like, whoever come to do something with us, okay, and bring the idea, also bring, okay, what we call in the affecting of the economy, okay, to investing in our city.
Yeah, I just want to mention the administration for the parks. That's something that we want to offer to you guys. We want to take it.
What does that mean? Can you be
We are-
more specific? Yeah, okay, like
We are able to invest in our parks.
to invest money in that. Okay. Because one of the things is the parks, they belong to the city. Park is belong to
Always from the.
always to the people. Okay. And we try also to, you know, to making, you know, the place to come to relax and yes, sir.
What I want just to mention is that I would just want to call the community out and work together with the community. I know we are going to bring some private academies or clubs that I want to come with us, but always there are going to be a green space for the community, and also the community are going to be invited for those private clubs if they want to participate with.
Yep. Okay. The last point that I'm gonna mention it to you and my colleagues. Okay. We're looking for good ideas and things to make our city look better, and the people have what they deserve. Okay, that's the reason why we're here, to make this city to run and to be like other cities when everything that they have. What my point is, right, right now, it's good to you be, when everybody here one by one. Okay, and explaining to us, to each us, separate, okay, about the ideas and the plans, okay, that you want to presenting, okay, more in the future to us.
Sure.
Is that, I see that's a great things, to bring into to the community.
Mhm.
It's beautiful. And we mentioned in that swimming pool and all that. And I hope like one of these days we creating and make Ingram Park one of the best park in the whole Dade County, because that's a beautiful facility, and it have the potential to be something nice in that area
It does.
out there. Like, and we need another swimming pool in the east side, for that part of the community out there, and a lot of things. Now, for myself, I like to, I'm probably going to mention in later on in my commissioner report, but I know that we need some changes, all over the city, not only in park and recreation, but all over the city. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Santiago. Anyone else? All right. So, Mr. Pelaez, I thank you for the presentation, and I guess you can reach out to our Parks Director and our manager, and we can go from there.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
All right, have a great day. Thank you. All right, so we're moving on to our citizens forum. Madam Clerk, can you please state for the record how to participate in citizens forum?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. Good evening. City of Opa-locka Commission meetings are held in person at the Opa-locka Government Center, City Commission Chambers, 780 Fisherman Street, Opa-locka, Florida. Members of the public wishing to address the commission may do so in person or virtually. Those persons wishing to participate virtually should register prior to the scheduled meeting time on the city's website at www.opalockafl.gov. When speaking before the commission, please make sure to give your full name and address for the record. There is a 3-minute time limit for public comments. Please adhere to the decorum policy, which is a part of the commission meeting agenda. City commission meetings are aired through live stream at www.youtube.com/user/City of Opa-locka. And Mr. Mayor, at this time, we do not have any virtual public comments.
All right, so citizens forum is open for those in the chamber. Citizens forum is open.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I apologize for my appearance. I was on my fat boy workout plan.
It's hot out there.
I'm here to speak on behalf of former Chief Casey.
Name and address for the record.
Brian Dennis, address 2140 York Street. Chief Casey sent me this and she wanted me to say this to you all. I wanted to be there tonight to support our own homegrown who shares our community concerns and issues. Shemeka Lawson for city manager. She has proven leadership, and I thank the mayor and the commissioners for their vote. Pray for my mom. Love y'all. Thank y'all. I echo her sentiments on Ms. Lawson becoming the manager. Commissioner Santiago, thank you for your vision.
All right, citizens forum is still open.
Good evening, Audrey Dominguez, 1147 Jan Avenue. I like to speak on in regards to resolution number 11. I'm very happy with the work. Well, maybe I said the wrong one. It is regarding Shemeka Lawson becoming the city manager. I like to thank her for all the work she's done, the work that you can see after she's been here has been, you can see the vision. We can see that what's happening out in the city. Now, the only question that I have is the resolution that reads, which if somebody can clarify for me, because it says, whereas the city commission may establish a 5-member search committee for purpose of soliciting, screening, and recommending candidates for the position of city manager, city attorney, and city clerk. And then it says, whereas the city commission has determined that that selection committee is not necessary due to familiarizing with Shamika Lawson as proposed selection of the city manager. Now, I just want for clarification, if someone can tell me, which one is it? Are you gonna go through a selection process? Because if she's selected, I feel, my personal opinion, that she doesn't have a strong assistant city manager to support her. Like she used to have two, there used to be two assistant city managers. She's gonna need two of her to do one assistant city manager. So I just would like for you guys to continue with the process as this has been done in the past, where you have gone through the process of selecting, putting it out for, it doesn't have to be a national search. It could be a local search. She's qualified. She's been here for many, many years. She knows the ins and out of the city. I mean, when you say assistant city manager, that means she can do the job. So I just think you should look into that as far as going through the process of the hiring of a city manager as it states here, because I'm confused. It's as if you guys are ready to put her in as a city manager, or you're gonna go through the process of putting it through a search. So it's just kind of confusing.
Citizens Forum is still open. Citizens Forum is closed. All right, so to address Citizens Forum, Mr. Dennis, you shared your support for Madam Manager, and Commissioner Dominguez, you talked about the process. So the city has options whether we can appoint directly a city manager or do a national search. I can't say the intent of the sponsor, but because you sponsored it, it was a direct appointment to the position of city manager. So we are well in our right to wait to do that process. Am I right, Madam Attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's that. And that's why, I'm assuming that's why you,
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. One thing that I noted,
no, it's already passed.
it's already passed, yeah? Okay, no, that's what I want to say.
You gotta move on.
Because it's
Just-
already
I don't
passed.
wanna- I don't wanna-
But I think that we have a resolution like a month or 2 months ago, that the commissioner decided to bring to the table, like we have the authority, any one of us, to make an appointing somebody to take that position, to not go out, if you are not make a mistake, Madam Attorney, to not going out to national or locally to search for a manager. And one of my decisions that I take is to nominate Shamika Lawson like the new city manager of Opa-locka for the experience and the great job that she be doing in the last 9 months. I think we see a lot of progress here in the city. I see that she really put what any other manager have to do in love and dedication to the city and respect to his bosses. I don't want to say bosses, to the people that we know that you helping us in anything to keep it going forward to the future for the city. The experience that she had for more than 25 years and the talent that lady presenting to us, I believe there is nothing much to talk to keep in there for now, because she don't only have the sympathy of us, like also from the state of Florida. They trust her and they say that she can do okay, and she can be, for the next, we don't know how many years or what, but the manager right now for the great city of Opa-locka. And that's gonna make us too also to saving a lot of time and a lot of money to go out and search for somebody that we don't even know or somebody that he gonna come here with new idea or try to change everybody the same way that they trying before. I think that we have the right person right now here when 25 years living here, stay here in the great city of Opa-locka. She know every little corner for this city. She know everybody in the city. And
Commissioner Santiago.
you want me to keep it?
No.
Okay, but thank you.
She al-
She's a new city
She
manager.
already got the job.
Thank you.
You selling it. She, it
Thank
passed.
you.
It passed already. So we're moving on. So, congratulations, Madam Manager, on the appointment.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor. Yeah. Mr. Mayor, a some question. I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm wrong, but former Commissioner Adris Dominguez, she talking about something that I think is Jamaica. You have to deal with that. Okay, in the future.
That
with
has
the-
nothing,
yeah,
that's what
nothing
they
to do
addressed.
with
That has
us.
nothing to do. That's why I didn't address it.
Okay,
That's,
yeah.
all right. So we're moving on to our 13-2.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, setting the proposed budget for the City of Opa-locka, Florida as required by the state and local agreement of cooperation between the Florida governor and the City of Opa-locka for fiscal year 2025-2026, establishing requirements for the approval of the city budget on or before August 1, and forwarding to the governor the proposed annual budget of the city as preliminarily approved by the City Commission for the fiscal year 2025-2026, and directing the city manager to forward a copy of this resolution and approved budget to the governor, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
Can I get a motion? Moved by Commissioner Bass.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Manager, go ahead and present it.
As read into the record by our city attorney, the city of Opa-locka is required to submit to the state by August 1st each year a proposed budget for the following fiscal year. With this resolution, we're seeking your approval so we can move forward to meet our deadline. Mr. Anathan is also available should you have any questions on this item.
Okay, I'm gonna yield to Vice Mayor Kelly because he pulled the item, but I also want to ask Madam Manager, I know we stated at the workshop because two of our colleagues were out. Do you want us to have the conversation right now about special events?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll yield to Vice Mayor Kelly and then we'll go into that conversation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and that's one reason why I pulled the item. I did get a chance to look at it on YouTube later on. I want to make a couple of comments before I get into any specifics. I don't know how you want to deal with the events individually, so I'll defer that to you as the chair. But a couple of things in observation that I just want to put into our mindset. We know we have to pass a budget sent to the state as per our agreement. We know that we'll have the two hearings in September. We've already passed the millage rate, which I think is another major accomplishment for the city in lowering the millage rate. But I also want to add a couple of comments as relates to the budget and some of the line items and the information that's inside of it. We are going to spend approximately $400 and some thousand on events, and I know a bulk of that was Arabian Nights and City's birthday, but I think we need to really take a look at that overall. And since the mayor is going to deal with it separately, I won't get into the specifics. I'll wait for that discussion and add input. But I would like to see us, if at all possible, to decrease that number and that amount. And I know there was some discussion on various things in the workshop that were not here. But one of the reasons why I did pull it is because we could have that discussion. And so, Mr. Mayor, I'll defer now to how you want to have that part of it. I think most of the other items, specifically within the budget, some of them deal with contracts, et cetera, so we can't really get into that. I know there's been money inputted or put in the budget based on those conversations and potential discussions, but particularly as it relates to this and infrastructure and things of that nature. And as indicated, I'm quite sure in all of our briefings, once we pass it, of course, it's passed and it goes to the state. And although we have those 2 hearings, hopefully they probably prefer we don't change much. But Mr. Mayor, I'll defer now to how you want to approach the individual things within the special events.
Okay, so you pretty much took the words right out of my mouth, and I said that at the workshop that I wanted us to decrease this number because that is a large amount of money to spend on events. So Vice Mayor Kelly, we are in the same vein in that. And I know it was asked at the workshop that we categorize the events. Commissioner Bass asked this, but national holidays to commission initiatives to city events. And then we also asked the manager to define what a city event was versus a national holiday event versus a commission initiative. So I want to start with that. Who's doing that? You're doing that?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, Commissioners, Bob Anathan, Budget Administrator. I have just handed out a package having to do with the special events. If I can take a quick second, just show you how it's organized. You can see there are 2 primary categories there. It's the event cost, which is the money the city actually pays to third parties for these events. And then to the right of it, you have the staff costs where we've gone to the Public Works Department, the Beautification Department, Police Department, and also Parks and Recreation, and attempted to quantify the additional effort required of staff. So what you see there, if I can take you down to the bottom, event cost in total for third parties would be $406,000 right now, and the staff cost would be $25,000 of regular scheduled time, plus another $26,600 of overtime expense. Behind it, you have the pages broken out by each of the departments in terms of their contributions. You can look at that, but I think the primary focus is on the front page. So with that, the way it's organized from top to bottom, we identified 3 events which were deemed to be purely city events: the inauguration, the Arabian Nights, and the back to school event. Beneath that, we had the commission initiatives, which is the next approximately a dozen. In regard to the national events, broke them into 2 categories. The next category you see is national holidays, and for all practical purposes, those are events that the city would actually close down. They're of that magnitude. And beneath that are events that they're recognized on a national basis, such as Women's History Month, Black History Month, but they're at a slightly lower level than when the city actually closes down for a holiday. So that is the basic structure that I think was asked for and which we're providing for you this evening. Are there any questions on the structure of this?
No. Any questions on the structure of the document in front of you before we go through it? All right, no, Mr. Commissioner Santiago?
Okay, this is the document that we have in front, the one that you're passing to us right now.
Yes, sir.
And that's what we want to try to pass. But this is talking about what we talked before in the workshop, that we say that we're not going to continue to talk because 2 alkali they not be present in that
Right.
time.
Yeah, we stopped the
Yes,
conversation.
yeah, but what I say before in that workshop is something that is coming from me. It's nothing to do with my colleagues. I can see that we have so many, events in this particular listing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and a lot of them, what I say is, try to make it, short and going to the more important events, Mr. Mayor, in the city, the major events that we have to see if we can, reducing the cost of all these events. Now, here you're not including something that I can see, and my manager told me that whatever we passing today, this is not the total amount that we are spending in these events, because you're not adding here what it costs to the administration of the city and employment from park, okay, and police officers.
Commissioner Santiago, is there?
Is there?
All the questions that we asked at the
Okay.
workshop is on the first page.
So I want to be sure that that's
Yes, sir.
included
It is.
in the whole amount, not only what we're spending.
Yes, sir, it's there.
Because what I,
It's three columns on the right portion of the front page.
Is there? It says staff costs.
okay,
Staff costs regular and then overtime.
okay.
All right, so,
Mr. Mayor.
Vice Mayor Gelli.
You know, let me
I'm
just go
trying
ahead
to
and
get
break
to it.
ice.
Let me
Yeah, I
go
know.
through
You.
it. So,
I'll jump in here and then y'all can
Wait,
weigh it
before
around.
before you cut,
Go ahead. Yeah, then you can come back and
Go ahead.
I want to make some general statements before I really get into specifics. And I thank you, Mr. Anthem and the manager's office for kind of breaking it down from the workshop, what's in action. I think the commission had passed previously through legislation to recognize the official national holidays. The only thing was we obviously had to have someone to kind of host it. So I thank you for how you kind of broke that down. I think some of the things for all of our events that would definitely help us in the cost as we're looking at the document to see what can be cut or what can be eliminated. And I mentioned this in my briefing as well. All of our events should factor in a couple of things. Staffing, obviously, and police costs. And what I'm going to say is really something I believe we need to look at, whether it's popular or not. And that is when we're using police services, we got to first look at reserve officers and in some cases necessary command staff should be utilized whenever possible first. If you have to get officers that you have to pay for certain things, then that should be the last resort. And I'm saying that because your national holidays and most things that we do are known up front. And I know reserve officers come in and they do hours based on certain time frames, but we need to kind of push the fact that we need you for these things more so than just coming in. The same thing with command staff, and that goes not only for police, but even for other departments that are not, as I call it, punching the clock. Activities, especially that are park related, staffing should be central and centered around the hours that the park is open, utilizing part-time or using salary staff whenever possible if needed. I heard in the workshop from the director having to sometime have staff move over here and do this because of events. So I think one of the things we have to do is look at our events and schedule them within timeframes of possible where the park is normally open. And therefore, if it does go over a little bit or it has to exceed, then obviously that time can be accumulated, hopefully with part-time staff or command staff for those who don't punch a clock. And I say that because when I ran parks many years ago, not only in parks, but a lot of departments had that same concept. And when I became mayor, that's one of the things I said, because staffing, as you can see, and my colleagues asked for it in the previous workshop and you have before it, even though we're budgeting sometimes for an amount, the staffing cost, whether it's regular or overtime, for any individual sometimes exceeds or so much more than the actual event that we budgeted. And so we have to keep that in mind going forward as well. All of our activities, our events that are national holidays, per the resolution that was passed, we need to look at maybe funding them at a lower level, maybe a 50%, 75% level, and require us to get some co-sponsors or contributors to support more volunteers if we can. That would defray the cost. We need to, Mr. Mayor, and this is probably a big one because it takes up a majority of this event, and that's the Arabian Nights and the city birthday, because that's budgeted at the highest amount of $280,000. So we need to really discuss tonight what that entails, who's going to take the lead, or is there going to be a committee appointed, the contact process, the event process, and this is July. And we're talking May, which is really the way I look at 8 months to really plan and 2 months to market before May will be here. So I think I want to put all those on the table before you go down to your um, individual. I will say, just for my own, I don't have a whole lot of them that are on there, but except for the MLK walk, and I know there's some discussion about that amount. But some of the others that I have, which are smaller or what have you, um, we have to take those off. We have to, or cut the cost of them. But I think all of us have to kind of make a decision what we can cut of our events or special things. And again, all of them important. I did hear some dialogue about maybe cutting some things out. As you go down the list, I may not be in favor of that, even though I'm not necessarily a proponent of the activity. When I heard things like getting rid of Halloween and stuff, I didn't care for that. I understand from the spiritual and religious aspect, but I think we look at the holidays, we're looking at the totality of our whole community. So as we go down them, I have some suggestions on amounts to even decrease, but a lot of them are not my particular events, so I'll defer to the sponsors or the hosts of those. But I think the general comments of how to defray some of the costs via staffing has to be kept in mind when you're doing the total budgeting. My hope, of course, if I'm incorrect, Mr. Anthem, you can correct me through him, Mr. Mayor. We're looking at $124,000 of events outside of Arabian Nights City Birthday. Is that a fair number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I know again, Arabian Nights and the birthday is a big thing that we want to do. We just got to make sure we craft it right and really give staff some direction on how we want to go to do it. But if we're going to spend 280 on Arabian Nights and City's birthday, in my opinion, we got to figure out how to cut at least 50 or so from that 124. It sends a good message discipline-wise, and also something we need to get used to doing, because hopefully we're going to be out of financial emergency real soon, and our spending needs to be disciplined anyway. So I want to just offer those comments, and I want to hear from my colleagues, because again, some of the events they host and sponsor and co-sponsor, so they're better adept to say about the costs and the staffing and what it takes to keep them or make them more successful, even if we have to decrease some of the funding. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. All right, so Madam Manager, I know the Arabian Nights and the city's birthday, which is next year is our centennial. I think the commission all agree that that number would stay, which is the 280. That is inclusive of the Arabian Nights Festival and the centennial, to include advertisement and everything that included in it.
Yes,
That goes with that.
yes.
The book bag giveaway, I know we decreased it because we said that we were gonna this year seek out donations
That's correct.
for book bags.
Yes.
And the $2,000 was for entertainment and
Food. Yes.
Okay, so we can, and going down to the commission initiatives, the first one on here is mine, which I see we decreased it by 500. Yeah, I can seek donations for the rest. And okay, and we're going down, the next one is the baby shower. I think that was Commissioner Bass. Commissioner Bass, you're at right now $2,100. For the baby shower. Is there a way that we can decrease that? Or you're dead set on it? Can you speak into the mic, Commissioner?
Sorry. Because of our budget, I know we all have to, make some sacrifices. Let's go to 1,800.
Okay, so we're moving that to 1,800. Okay, so we're going down the bingo, and this our little joke.
Mr. Mayor, before the big one comes, she had to catch a breath, let her get another drink of water. And I don't know why she's doing that, 'cause I'm dead just let me before you take the floor. I think again, Commissioner Bass, and I appreciate that. And again, all these are tough. The bigger issue for me, for all of us, is the staff cost,
Mhm.
how we can diminish the staff costs. And again, I would defer to the manager. I was listening to the workshop, and the biggest challenge sometimes is the cost that is incurred that's not part of the budget. So if we do 1,800, that takes 300 off of the event. But what does it do for the cost for the staff? And again, and I don't want to pick on that one on the baby shower.
My
Trying to
baby shower.
find mine where I can just pick on mine. Okay, let me go down to fishing tournament. We'll come back. Go on to fishing tournament. Okay, I'm at 200, 200 for two for 2026. Now it says here I had costs of overtime of 227 for police, I guess, or overtime for staff or somebody, and 73 regular. Is that correct, Mr. Anthem?
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay. So for me, for example, I would schedule the fishing within the hours of the park staff, and then because I know it's coming, request a reserve officer, which I think I had this past Saturday. But I would like that's got to be. Now I know, and I love the chief, love y'all, but if we can't get a regular officer, I mean a reserve officer or whatever to do that function, and it's going to cost, and I love y'all, then I'd expect to see the chief or top brass out there. Yeah, you can have a rod as long as you got your pistol on the side, providing public safety, because that defrays the cost. Because if I take off the 200, but I'm still going to need police and staff because of timing, we still have not really addressed the cost. So I want us to keep that in mind. And I'm saying it to baby shower because I know you do that, I think, within the hours of
Yes.
regular staffing. I don't know about the police time and all, but we got to keep that in mind as well.
So,
Mr. Mayor?
wait 1 second. So Vice Mayor, the reason why I wasn't talking about the staffing, because that will be addressed during the planning process of these events. I think we are all in agreement and hear you loud and clear, because we discussed that at the workshop about having these events during working hours. So we're all in agreement, but I wasn't going to address that now because that will be done during the planning process. So maybe my run can be during
Okay, Mr. Mayor, maybe that happened
instead
after
of
the thing went off, because I didn't hear that. I listened to the whole thing twice. I didn't hear that as being definitive. I heard that as something you're going to further discuss tonight when all of us was here. Now, if that's where we're going to do it, that's fine. I just want to make sure that we keep it, because again, we're scheduling it.
Mhm.
So if staff is here 8 to 5, or on Saturday, they're working whatever the hours of regular time. What I'm hearing you say now is you all had already decided or discussed to make sure everything falls within that time.
I believe it was the parks director that talked about programming during office hours. She explained it at that time.
I heard it.
Okay, so my suggestion is that those conversations happen during the planning time. We all know that we need to cut salaries. That's why it's here, salaries and overtime. But that's not something we can do today because we don't know when Bath's gonna have an event. So hopefully she'll have it on Monday through Friday or when the park is open. But to sit here and have that conversation now, I think it's a bit much.
Okay, with all due respect, Mr. Mayor, I've been around long enough. None of the staff is going to tell us we can't have an event after 5 or before 3. They're not going to do that. And we're not going to really hold them to that because, and that's why I use mine for fishing. It's on Saturday. So I know there's parks that work on Saturday part-time, so they can do the event. Police may not, it's regular hours. That's why I said what I said. And I love the police department. The command folks, the folks who don't get overtime, who don't punch a clock, they would have to make sure they're mandating that. Now, we're going to make that a part of what we're doing tonight and put it on the record. That's fine. But I don't want it to just sit out there and then it comes up later and there's more cost involved. So if you all discuss that, I didn't hear that, but if y'all discuss that to be the norm, then when we pass this final whatever, then that'll be known that there won't be any cost. It'll be absorbed into the planning.
All right, so Madam Manager, suggestions from
Mr.
Vice Mayor
Mayor.
Kelly, can you?
I would like to also add that with regards to the beautification, instead of having 6 or 7 employees, that number will also be reduced. And I've already spoken to Mr. Carney. If it's a small event, 2 to 3. If it's a large event, then I understand you would need more bodies. So we will be eliminating the amount of staff that will be at some of those events, because at some of those events you have a lot of employees there.
Well, beautification, we already decided they shouldn't be at event. They should just drop off and leave. They shouldn't be
Yes.
working our events.
Correct. So we won't
that
have,
shouldn't
we
even-
won't,
that shouldn't even be in the
we won't
discussion.
expend that much in staff, cost.
Okay. So, Madam Manager, just moving forward, we're gonna take Vice Mayor's suggestion that during the planning processes that we look at our top brass first when it comes down to security and reserve and top brass, and work with each commissioner to see if we can put these events during working hours.
Okay,
That way we're not pulling for overtime.
got it.
Okay. All right. And then you can work with that when we talk individually and start the scheduling of the events. All right. So we're going down to bingo,
Mr. Mayor?
and I'm gonna, oh, we're going back to baby shower. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, thank you, but it's not necessarily a baby shower. I did some rough calculations. I don't know, Mr. Bob, you might have to
Yes,
help me. When it comes to the staffing cost for all of our activities, I got almost 90,000. Is that correct?
No, ma'am. Down at the bottom on the right-hand side,
25?
25,000 during normal working hours
Mhm.
and then 26,800 in overtime.
So it's almost 60,000 then.
60,000.
Again, the 25,000 is during regular hours. It just says they're doing this when they could be doing something else. The extra expense to the city is in the overtime column.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's basically 60,000+ just in staff that's added to our activities.
Right. That's right.
So, right, I understand what you're saying to just kind of revamp this, having us to put our activities within the regular schedule hours, and this will probably be cut in half or less.
Right. So we hear you. Yes, ma'am. So we're moving on to bingo. I want to throw my shade, which was my initiative that Commissioner Irvin stole.
Don't know how that happened. I honestly
He
don't.
stole it from me, but it's all right.
I don't.
So we had $24,000, which gives us a roundabout figure. What's the amount per month?
Well, first of all, it's 11 months, not 12. We don't do bingo in August. I should have mentioned that to you when we did our one-on-one. I apologize.
I told y'all she stole it.
22,000.
We didn't agree to that. I'm just.
I've been doing bingo since 2014, sir, as a volunteer. When we was getting check sodas.
2016.
Hey, them check sodas was hitting though when I was about. I'm about to say I was doing check sodas. You doing water.
We get water now.
2016.
All right, so Vice Mayor,
I do have a question.
go ahead.
For the staff. So bingo is one of those events that is during park hours. It's from 6 to 8. I guess that's what I want to say. It's between 6 to 8. I almost don't, maybe have to look at that better. Because it is, I think it's actually the highest, I mean, it's one of our biggest events, but it is also the highest of regular and overtime. Well, almost second highest of overtime. If we can look at that.
Okay, so Commissioner, one second, Commissioner Santiago. Commissioner Irvin, I think that's $2,000 a month for bingo, right? All right. I want to come back to that because that seems to be that brings the people together in Opa-locka. So
Okay.
I would like to come back to that and not touch it right now to see maybe how we can decrease staffing and maybe we do like a ambassador program, get volunteers to work it and go, yeah, because I don't want to cut that because you have almost 200-300 people that come to bingo faithfully. And yeah, we don't, yeah.
We have that
yeah.
come to bingo faithfully.
We have. So I don't want to cut it. I don't want to cut it right now. So if you all don't mind, can we move on?
Yep.
Bingo.
Yes, but Mr. Mayor, don't,
I'm sorry, Commissioner Tan.
yes, like, Commissioner Irvin just pointed out, it's 11 and not 12, so that's an automatic $2,000.
So that's 22. All right, Commissioner Santiago.
Yes, to Commissioner Irvin and Vice Mayor Kelly say something that is important in this kind of event. if we move bingo from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon, we're not gonna have the amount of people that they going after work. That's one of the things that we had to think in changing, time.
We're not.
Yeah,
changing
we're
that.
not, yeah.
It's during working hours.
Or we be talking about, try to do the events in the working hours, and working hours is from 8 to 4.
No, park hours are from 8
Oh.
to 8,
But, okay.
and it's during working hours.
We're gonna spend money no matter what in these events, in employment, Mr. Mayor. What we try to do if we want to balance this budget year is to look for, for things, new ideas and things to, probably, reduce a little bit of these events, okay? And that's the way to saving some money in that type of item in the budget, okay, for the commissioner. I'm not gonna say anymore because I have something by the end before you passing that to vote. I don't have any event here in this list. Just remember that. Any. Well, but I'm not the hoster is you and okay. I don't have nothing okay with me budgeted in this.
Commissioner
Yeah.
Santiago, you say that every time we have a workshop, and I say this the same thing. If you would like an event on this paper, now is the time to bring it forward so we can pass.
But
it
that's what I
tonight.
tried to remember you, that I said I want to bring my event for that.
Okay,
Like that is going in this
We-
particular,
we-
piece of paper that we have here.
we can put it
Mr.
in.
Mayor.
We're editing it right now. This is a working document.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to, the next time, can I do that from my house, the meeting? Yeah, come on.
All right, moving. You good? You want to add in now? Because we're uncommitted. Let's get through.
Yeah, when you
commission
ending
initiatives,
it,
and then
I
you
leave
can-
everything
can-
to you and then you let me, the
Then
little
you can-
part for me.
Your commission initiatives, you can tell me what you want to add and we'll add it in, Bob will add it in. The Bright Homes of the Month, Madam Manager, can we move that to our social services department? Because that's the social service initiative. And we can scratch
No, I
that.
don't, why would you move that, Mr. Mayor, excuse me, when you finish with the manager?
Go ahead, Vice Mayor.
Well, why would you want to move it to, well, explain to me what Bright Homes, I heard that in the discussion, but what is Bright Homes, supposed to, what is it about? What is it
So
supposed
the
to do?
Bright Homes of the Month program was an initiative that we created to encourage residents to beautify their homes. And we will highlight them once a month at a commission meeting. And initially, we were supposed to give them, I think, was it a gift card from Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that?
A gift card
gift
and
card.
put a placard in
And
their
and
yard.
a plaque or a yard sign in their yard. So that's why the initiative was created.
And that's going on now?
No, we haven't started it.
Oh, this is a new initiative.
No, we passed it, but it has not started. We were supposed to start this year, but things changed. People changed.
So you want to move it to the social service?
The Social Services Department, who can facilitate it.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. All right, and then we're moving on to chess and dominoes. Commissioner Bass and Commissioner Santiago. I'm sorry, going back, Madam Manager, the $3,000, we budgeted for social services for programming, $100,000. So we can take it out of that. So let's just move that
Okay,
out of the way.
okay, sounds good.
Because that's
Thank
only
you.
3,000 from the programming of that department. All right, we're moving on to chess and dominoes at $2,000. That's Commissioner Santiago and Commissioner Bass.
It's the whole year, so I don't think that's a lot.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to our quarterly cleanup. I don't think we didn't have one this year. We had one with the CRA, but not on the city side.
And again, Mr. Mayor, I in my briefing, I looked at those numbers for the staffing, and I didn't understand either because we did not have one
Yeah, I didn't understand this.
on the
yeah.
city side. Yeah, I mean, I would just take I would suggest take the 500 out. Because I don't think we have anything set up yet in terms of a program anyway. So if that comes up, we just have to look for sponsors or in the area we're going in, get some of those to buy into partnering with us.
All right, Vice Mayor Kelly, with the fishing tournament, $200.
Hey, take that out. I'll get my own pole and
You sure?
I'm sure.
Got it. All right, so the gun buyback program, I started that one. We didn't do it this year, but can we add that, take that out and you put it in the police under their programming? Madam Manager? The gun buyback?
So it's under events because it's considered as a special event.
Yeah, it was my event, but we didn't do it this year.
We didn't do it, but we are trying to do it this year. It's still in the current budget,
Mhm.
so we are trying to do it this
We are,
year.
okay,
And for next year, we're requesting to decrease the amount, to lower the amount for next year.
so that's to the 3,000.
Yes. So instead of 5,000 next year, 3,000.
All right, so I'm gonna say, can we do it to 1,500? Since this is gonna be a new
Yes.
program that we're launching. I think we can buy some guns with $1,500. Okay. That'll knock that down to half. Commissioner, Commissioner, I think both our guns go the community resource fair, I said what I said the first time. I don't think we need it. I think we can get that,
Yeah, I don't
it's
agree with
free.
that.
It's free. So let's take that $1,000 out, the one we had here.
Wait a minute, you said it's 5? It looks like 1,000?
No, it was 1,000. So let's remove
Wait a
it.
minute,
We-
what
I
page
can
I'm
get
looking at?
sponsorships. Huh?
Health and resource?
Health and resources at $1,000.
Right, you saying take it out, right?
I'm saying take it out. I can
That's
get
right,
sponsors.
yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, so we're at karaoke, for $10,000. And I'm gonna yield to
How that
Commissioner,
cost for staff?
Commissioner Irvin.
I have no words.
Well, let me help you out. I think we ought to keep karaoke. I don't know all the do's and don'ts and whatever, but I think we ought to keep it. Now, decreasing the budget based on whatever, I'll leave that to you, but I don't think we should delete it. I think we ought to keep it. Reprogram it, however, but I think we do need to keep karaoke in some form. You can decrease it amount because you do it, it's your event, but I don't think we need to delete it totally.
So,
So there's just a flat fee. I mean, unless I could try to find someone else to do it, but the fee that he charges is $5,000.
You don't want to do it?
you don't,
I don't know, I say I could probably find somebody. At the time, he was the only person that we.
working with, procurement to find a cheaper option. All right, so let's leave it at 10.
Leave it at 10.
Leave it at 10. And then you all can work to save, and that's another event that brings people. So the mayor's business luncheon, we moved it to 1,000. Bob,
Sir.
the only thing, my question is, when we had it, I didn't use staff, so I don't understand why we have it here.
Yes,
I
sir.
have
We had
volunteers.
that discussion. That's what they reported. I did not try to adjust it at this point.
Okay. All right, so, meet me Monday is Vice Mayor Kelly at the $200.
Yeah, take maybe Monday out. I'll have some water. We're good. We're good. Staff not required, only somebody, I'll write my notes.
All right, so Commissioner Santiago, this is your time now to add in your commission initiatives that you want to add in.
Yes, sir. I'd like to add in, our Labor Day, September 1st every year.
So Labor Day will be under national holiday. Okay.
Yeah, national holiday.
And what's the other one? You said I have a couple.
No, only one.
Just the holiday?
One from now, yeah. The rest of that, like I said before, I take care of that.
Got it. All right, so
What's the amount?
when we get there, Commissioner Santiago gonna have to give us an amount when we get to the national holidays. I want to move this conversation. So, Bob, real quick, so we can move on. We have 500 for the walk, 1,800 for the baby shower. Bingo is going to remain the same. We zeroed out, no, we took out Bright Homes of the Month completely. The Domino's is at $2,000. We zeroed out the community cleanup, zeroed out the fishing. The buyback program, we decreased it to $1,500. The the health and resource fair, we zeroed out. Karaoke will stay the same. The mayor's business luncheon will stay the same. And Meet Me Monday, we zeroed out.
Yes, sir.
You got it? All right, so moving down to our national holidays. So our Christmas toy celebration is at $6,000. Madam Manager, this conversation, I guess we can lead with you. $6,000, is that, or can we,
$6,000. I am requesting that we can leave it at $6,000. That's
Okay.
tight.
okay. So our, Christmas tree lighting at $1,000,
Yes, and we decreased that one from 5,000 to 1,000.
got it. So Easter, we had 2,500 this year, we did 2,300. Okay,
So that's why we kept it at 25, based on what we spent this year.
based on what we spent this year. Okay. All right. Can we decrease it, or you think we're gonna, yeah, that's a holiday, never mind. Yeah. We're at 4th of July at $30,000.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask a question? I know we
Vice Mayor.
had it, thank you, had it because of the weather. In your initial research and putting things together, did it appear you're gonna utilize the whole 30?
No, sir.
Okay, well, could you, I mean, based on your, and since we know we can go out early, could you decrease it to 25?
Yes,
25?
yes.
I didn't co-host that, so I need the folks that co-hosted to say something, but I mean, I know you did disciplinary work and we didn't have it, so you might have some numbers. So that
Hey,
goes
Vice
to-
Mayor, you want the same question before you go on. Did we pay for this year? Is there a credit?
So you do see a number here, 19,000, because checks were already cut. However, those checks have to be, once they're voided, this number will zero out.
So we didn't pay for the fireworks this
No,
year at all?
no, we did not.
So it's a carryover from this year's budget?
I don't carry.
No, sir, if we don't spend the money, it all goes down in the fund balance. I mean,
know.
you can read.
I know, Bob.
Okay, you can read a portion.
All right.
Better be careful using the word carryover.
That's why I looked at Bob. What he was gonna say?
Taking away my fishing and you got to carry over.
All right, Vice Mayor, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so to the sponsors, I mean,
Now, it was our intention to still do it. We were just postponing it because of the weather that night. Because I thought that everything was already paid for and I wasn't gonna just let somebody sit on $25,000 for fireworks. But if we haven't already,
So for the firework company, the way we were able to cancel or postpone, because we have to give them another date that we are going to use their service.
okay.
Now, they did not say if that date is next year or this year, but they did say that we have to provide them with another date to use it. Everybody else we're able to cancel, completely cancel.
Okay, so we can find out if they're gonna hold us to this year or they'll wait till next year.
Yes.
If they say they'll wait till next year, then we'll just wait till next year. If they say no, we'll pop some fireworks. Sometime,
I'll have our procurement
find out
officer
how,
contact them.
what length of time are they gonna let us hold out?
Okay.
All right, so
Excuse me, may I make a comment on fireworks? Everything I've read says that fireworks that went, all the fireworks come from China. B, tariffs. And they said all the fireworks that went up this year were pre-tariff. And if the tariffs are in place next year, fireworks is going to be much, much more expensive.
Okay, so that means that our show will just be much, much less time.
Yes, ma'am, just one
I
you ought to be aware.
appreciate it. Okay.
in other words, we might have to just go get some Walmart fireworks.
Right.
Bob. All right, so sparklers.
but back to the original.
The
To the co-host. Can we at least lower that? That's what I mean, I didn't
Okay.
co-host this, so I'm asking the co-host, speak up.
Can we lower?
Mr. Irvin has already said, speak up.
Well, yes, you heard what Bob said for next year. Yeah, we can lower it to 25. if we, the principal,
Okay.
Commissioner
I'm okay
Irving.
with it because I can get donations. I'm not
Yeah,
worried
yeah,
about that.
we can do that event, part of that, yeah, with
Y'all
the
got-
25,
y'all
with
got the
25 is
sign.
okay.
Y'all got the signs. They put the
Yeah,
tape over there.
yeah, Commissioner, I still have, okay, the resource for the pigs, okay?
Okay. I
All
still
right.
have the grill.
Yes,
All right, so that's decreased to $25,000. So Juneteenth, it say we expended $971 for this year. It's at
It can't be right.
5,500.
No, it's not.
It's
That
not.
that
not
number
right.
is not
That can't
accurate.
be.
We used all of the $5,000 for Juneteenth, all of it.
Okay, so are we gonna do that again this year? I know we went to a banquet hall this year and we're coming
Well,
right out of the
Mr.
birthday.
Mayor, I would just speak to the part, I know Commissioner Irvin did the others. I still would like for us to do something in City Hall, et cetera, like we did, and that was part of a thousand, we used 1,000 for that. I don't know what the cost, because you had the banquet and what have you, so I'll defer, but I think we definitely need to keep Juneteenth. If I need to go down on the 1,000, but I don't know.
Maybe we can just, I see they went up 500. Maybe we can leave it like it is. I mean, leave it at the 5,000 and then pay for less people for the hall. I think we paid for 100 last year, that we know how that turned out. We can maybe do it for 70 or 75. That'll be less money. And then they'll still give money for for vice mayor to still do the educational component, because I did like that. That was that worked out well.
Okay, so we've decreased the Juneteenth by $500, so we have 5K even. So the Memorial Day pool party at 1,700
Yeah, it's gonna be a big girl. We can cut it in half,
to
850.
850. All right, the Miami-Dade County Parade. So, Madam Manager,
Yes.
I know we discussed this.
We
Let's-
discussed
we
this
edged
and
this
I've
out.
had
We're
a
gonna find us-
conversation with Mr.
Yeah.
Anderson. So
So-
this number will go away.
Yeah, so let's zero this out. And then what we'll do is we'll try to find a sponsor to sponsor our children. We just want to take everybody, like all of the departments, but we could just take our parks kids. The MLK walk, we increased it to 3,000. Oh, no, it stays the same.
I don't
Commissioner
know.
Vice
I'm
Mayor Kelly.
not sure we spent 2,500 and all that staffing. I'm like you all on the other ones, but I guess the manager worked those numbers. But that's fine.
That's
We don't-
fine.
Yeah, we try not to use it all, but that's good.
Okay. The Thanksgiving turkey drive, I know we said we was gonna try to seek out donations, but we just needed a placeholder, Madam Manager.
Yes.
Okay.
So we normally get the turkeys donated
And the fixings.
and
like
some fixings. So the city always purchase more to make sure we have enough fixings.
If I could, who's like the co-host of that?
That was mine. I did the turkey.
Is that yours?
Yeah, we got the donations and everything.
So I've had folks to reach out to me, but I didn't follow up on it because I didn't know how that was going to work out. So right now it's 3,600, and you said we buy the turkeys, or we get turkeys donated, and
No, okay, last year we had a lot of stuff donated, but we didn't have enough of the
The
I like-
canned goods.
yeah, the canned goods. Well,
Okay.
I like when Madam Clerk said that.
so the 3,600 that we're proposing is going to go for fixings.
Mm-hmm.
who
Yeah,
hosted
thank you.
that event,
Or no?
Mr. Mayor?
Turkeys and whatever we can to pick up the slack.
Okay.
It's just to pick up the slack.
Mr. Mayor, who hosted that one? You, the turkey and give it away? Oh, okay. No, I would like to see if you can, add me up there too, because I want to bring a lot of donation for whatever we need.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, please.
All right, yes, sir, no problem. And then we're moving on to Veterans Day at Commissioner Bass.
Don't touch Veterans Day.
Yeah, I don't think you should touch Veterans Day either. Can we leave it the same, Commissioner Bass?
Please, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we're moving on to Black History Month at $1,500. I have a question. And why are we paying money for Black History Month? Is this a showcase for the parks? Isn't it just like a talent show type?
Well, we,
Oh, go ahead. It wasn't.
it's not my initiative, it's actually.
It's the parks. That's what I'm
But
saying. It's just
because they usually have food there for the performers and stuff like that. It's not just, they have guests that come too. So usually they feed, so maybe that's why we're able to drop to 1,500. But the little stilt walkers I guess we had to pay them. We had some children stilt walkers that came this year, and we probably had to pay them. So we just don't invite them next year. So maybe you and I can start taking stilt practice.
Let's do it.
And
Okay.
All right.
Mayor.
So I don't think we should cut it. Sorry, Vice Mayor. Give me 1 second. Can we
No, no, when you finish.
decrease it to 1,000? Is that it? Because we expended 1,100, and that's with the stilt walkers and the food. So if we eliminate the stilt walkers, we at $1,000.
let's do 1,200.
1,200.
We'll still give them water, but 1,200.
Mr. Mayor,
And this is,
Vice Mayor Kelly. Oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. I was.
I was gonna say, this is an event that's also doing park time. I think it's like 6 to 8 as well. Okay.
All right, Vice Mayor.
Okay, I'm going to defer because I didn't host it. But I'm also going to say this. I'm really not thrilled with the fact that we're only going to spend, even if it was 1,500 on Black History Month. And people get mad at me if they want to. I really, that's the way I feel about it. If we're going to spend money on some of these other days and whatever, Black History Month at $1,500. And I'm not talking about what the park does. I'm talking about should be citywide, doing more than just the parks event. I was there. I love the stilts, and I want to come back too. But I think it needs to be more. We in this city should be doing more for Black history than that one event. And it's not a knock against the event. The event is good, but that should be maybe the culmination. But we should be doing more than just that for Black History Month. And so for me to say $1,500 for Black History Month, and I'm not saying what you're going to do at this point, I think is not something we should be doing. And I'm trying to measure my words carefully, but I think that's a total disservice. But if you want to do 1,200, that's fine, because we need to put some numbers there. But I don't like the idea that we're only going to do 1,200 or 1,500 for Black history. And I'm not just talking about that. Again, the stilts or the showcase thing. I'm thinking we ought to be doing more in this city. And so if it's 1,200, that's fine. But I'm going to take a page from my colleague book this time. I'm going to make sure, Lord willing, life lasts, we do more than just that, to showcase Black history. I was looking at some stuff here, and we got so much history in this community, being a diverse community, but especially Black history, of the challenge overcome and the story that most folks don't even know that contribute to Black history. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it right there. I'll come back later with something else I propose or whatever. So we can keep it at 1,200, because I don't really deal with the showcase, and that's enough to get that done. That's fine. But I think for 1,500, 1,200 for Black History Month, not a day, but a month, is really a disservice to this community. So I'll work on that for donations, whatever. But I wanted to put that on the record, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Santiago.
yeah. I believe that the Vice Mayor talking about the celebration that we have there in the historical city hall.
No,
part of that month.
That's not what he's talking about.
No,
He's talking about what we do in February. It was the showcase that the
that's in
parks did.
February.
Yes.
Black history, okay.
Mm-hmm. What you're referring
Yeah,
to?
but no matter what, I'm with Vice Mayor. This is supposed to be something more, bigger in the city, and in the city of Opa-locka. I don't want to give you that example, Mr. Mayor, but if we are spending money in the Hispanic community,
Yes.
okay, I think though it's right to, keeping in mind the Black History Month is a whole month and it's a lot of things to learn. And we have the majority of the city, okay, that they are Afro-American citizens. It may, I think that that's a good idea to change that 1,500 and thinking a little more bigger.
Okay, so Vice Mayor, would you like to keep it at 15? We're gonna keep it. Do you want
doesn't.
Commissioner?
No, it's not my event. That what
It's a
you
parks event. That's what.
but that's because of the showcase.
Right.
To me, and I'm gonna, say this because I know we're trying to cut, but I would just say if you're gonna do the showcase, whatever that they're doing for that ending, we need to put at least another 1,000 on there for Black History.
Agreed.
At least another 1,000.
Okay, so
Yeah, and I agree too.
all right, so $2,500. All right. So we're moving on to the breast cancer month. That was my initiative. We didn't do anything this year, Madam Manager. So we can scratch that to half. So let's do 1,000. And that'll go to Black History. And then Hispanic Heritage Month, we can cut that as well. We can either do 2 or 25. 20, using 25? Okay, it's 25 for Hispanic Heritage. Okay, Earth Day is, Commissioner Bass, you did it this year. We'll cut it to 1,000, but, is it possible, because I know it is possible, that you can work with maybe some nonprofits to see if they can donate the plants as opposed to us, but I know you say we purchase them. So we can reach out to our local. Who's she pointing at? Oh, Miss
Emma.
M. Okay, just to see, and
We'll move forward with trying to get some sponsorship
Alright.
with nonprofits.
got it. And our Haitian Heritage, we have it at 500. That was Vice Mayor's. Where's-
Yeah, I'll get the rest because actually it's cost more and I've been funding that because there was no money in the budget, 3,200. I don't know where that came from.
Alright, so
But
Madam,
I guess that was a couple of years ago, but this past year and the last couple of years, I've been funding it out of my pocket. I think they put 500 for 26 to cover some of the costs. And as you know, it's gotten bigger, but we can leave it at the 500. I'll work to get some sponsorships.
well, let's move it to 1,000. Let's move it to 1,000 because it is getting bigger. We have Halloween at 3,500. And
They may need it.
Commissioner Urban, that is you spearhead that one. We good there? Okay, so moving on to National Day of Prayer at 15. I know we increased it. We said we kept it the same. We kept it the same. And we have Vice Mayor Kelly and Commissioner Bass on that one.
And the only thing I wanted, I heard the dialogue to my co-host. I noticed Sunday afternoon because I left and yeah, I was concerned about running out of food because there's so many people show up. So I think what we may need to do between us, we can keep it at 1,500, but we may need between the three of us look at somebody to help us with some sponsor for the food because it's good. We have two things. We have one in the morning, afternoon, evening, one at 12 for people that can accommodate. And the biggest issue is really having enough refreshments or food. So we can leave it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Ms. Mayor, she was talking. Yeah, go ahead.
You said it was successful.
Oh, okay. No, I was just, because I know you all are close, so I want to hear y'all thoughts. So we can leave it at, what is there, 1,500.
And then we're moving on to the last one, which is Mine's Women's History Month. Madam Manager, let's cut about 1,000, we'll do 25.
Mr. Mayor, is that when you do the attitude?
Yeah, that's the attitude brunch.
Do you think it's gonna be enough? Would you cut it like?
I have to find some sponsors. No, she was asking, was that the Hatitude brunch? I said, yes, it's the Hatitude brunch, but I have to find sponsors.
Oh, yeah, that was when I was out of town.
Yeah, you was out of town. So we'll find sponsors on that. No, to 25. Yeah. 25. I took 1,000 off.
We just gonna be drinking a lot of water.
We're gonna be drinking a lot of water this year.
Drink something.
All right, so Bob, going back. Oh, and Commissioner Santiago, I'm sorry. This is where you added Labor Day. Labor Day. Huh?
No, I'm talking we three sponsor the event, the national parade.
Right, that's,
Yeah,
I was
he-
asking
he
your
said-
thoughts.
All right, I want to move on because we got a long. We still got to get out of here. The Labor Day. Commissioner Santiago, you need a dollar amount for Labor Day. Do you have a dollar amount?
Yes,
What is it?
I think like 80% of this, the cost of that event is gonna come from donations, and I believe that probably I'm okay with $3,000. That's a national event, no?
$3,000.
Say again?
He's asking for 3,000 for Labor Day,
And you plan, Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry.
and you plan on getting the rest of from donations.
Pardon me?
The rest from donations.
Okay. No, I heard the 3,000. So now, you mentioned earlier, since I think that's your last one, right?
Mhm.
I want to be clear again on how the manager is supposed to proceed on dealing with the staff costs. Now, the ones we know we want to make the ones that we're doing that are not national in nature, that we're doing, they comport with hours of staffing already here.
Right.
And the other one with the national ones that fall on a day where where the staff is off, what is the direction that we're giving on that, to come back and let us know what that is going to be, or because that's not factored into these numbers when you finish? Well, yeah. There's still a number for the staffing costs. So is that supposed to come back to us? Is that supposed to be factored in some way? How is that supposed to be?
I think at right now, it'll have to stand the way it is. And we'll have to go with the idea that you brought forth and make sure that if we, let's just say for the police, we utilize our reserve officers first. And if they're not available, then our top brass. And then to eliminate staff costs, let's reach out to volunteers to see if we can go with that. But, yeah, volunteers.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor.
Wait 1 second, because Vice Mayor had the floor. And then I yield to you.
Okay, so we're directing staff to try to make sure everything is within hours as possible, reserves, et cetera. But on the national holidays, where you have something where it falls, where there's going to be obviously some costs incurred, how is that supposed to be brought back to us, or will that work? On a event by event basis?
I think it should be
or-
case by case basis, Vice Mayor.
Hmm?
Case by case basis.
On a case by case basis, okay.
All right. So Bob, recap, and then we'll make the motion to insert the new numbers. So recap really quick under the national holiday column. I have 4th of July at 25, Juneteenth at 5 even. I had the Memorial Day pool party at $850. We zeroed out the MLK parade, and everything else stays the same. Under the national recognized holidays, we Black History did it at 2,500. Breast Cancer Month, we did it at 1,000. Congo-Loca, we did at 2,500. Earth Day, we kept the same. Haitian Heritage, we moved to 1,000.
I'm sorry, Earth Day remained the same?
It remains the
Or was it
same.
Outsourced.
It remains the same, but she said she's going to try to seek out donations to offset that cost. So maybe we can have a cost savings there, but that's just a placeholder for it. Haitian Heritage is 1,000, and Women's History Month 2,500, and then we added an event which will be Labor Day at 3,000 even. All right. So Madam Attorney. So this document has changed, right? Do I need to restate it for the record on a motion, or can we just make a motion and you all?
You would restate it on the record. It goes with the item, and I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
You had restated on the record with the amendments that you all have discussed. Vote on that amendment and then go back to the main motion.
Got it. So do we have any concerns or on this item? All
Mr.
right,
Mayor, may I make a recommendation, please? There are a series of changes here. One of two things. The resolution itself has a total expenditure for the budget. We can either take the savings we've identified tonight out of that total, or I can take the savings, put them into contingency to keep the what's in the resolution as the correct number. I'm concerned we may not exactly have captured every one of these on the fly, gotten the right subtotal, and can give it to you tonight.
well, Bob, if we was gonna do that, you could have said that, we could have just passed this document as is and then reworked it and decreased it.
Well, no, sir, that would take a budget amendment. I'm trying to stay away from budget
No,
amendments.
but this is just going to the state.
Yes,
This
sir.
is not the right budget until we pass it officially in September. So that's what I said, if that was your recommendation, we didn't have to go through this exercise right now. We could have waited and done it at that time and just decreased it.
Well, in fact, you'd be changing the budget slightly and the state may wish to see it again. That's what I was trying to stay away from.
We can't increase, but we can decrease with the state. And y'all, and if that's a lie, then y'all told it, because y'all say that all the time.
Yes, sir.
All right, so, but, well, we're here now. So, your suggestion was the savings that we put in contingency. That way the bottom line is the same. when
Yes,
you
sir.
send it
Because
up
I
to
want to
the
make
state.
sure we captured all the changes, so I don't tell you the savings tonight was X and turns out to be X plus 10 or something.
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor.
well, we needed to go through it and we still, needed to do. I'm just really interested to see, even if you put it into contingencies, how it really saves any money. I mean, I wasn't calculating all the numbers and decreases versus increase. I'm just wondering how much we actually lowered that $124,000. That's the bottom line. So, and I'm not sure we've done that to any degree. Pardon me?
Okay.
$10,000?
Mr. Vice Mayor, if I may, if it goes into contingency, there's no plan to spend it.
Pardon me?
I said if it goes into contingency, there are no plans to spend it. Contingency only used when you have a need.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, what is the number? You said you couldn't calculate everything at this moment. I'm just trying to understand how much in all of our take off this, add that, shave that. What have we really done to that bottom line 406, 400?
If you'll excuse me 1 second, I'll get it. The number I think we started with, excluding the Arabian Nights and the book bag, was
Well, we knew the Arabian Nights was 280.
yes, sir. I know that.
And the other number was
But you said
124 total.
124, and I think it really
Right.
was 124, 400. Yeah, 124, 400. What's the total now? What we believe instead of 124, 400 is 102,650. So roughly a $22,000
We
reduction.
shaved 22,000.
Yes, sir.
That's a good start, Bob.
Say again.
It's a good start. We can rework it.
Well, we can amend the budget tonight if that's your will, by that amount.
But
No, we don't have to amend.
No.
We don't have to amend because I'm not sure your calculation may be totally right. I know what the mayor was saying. We could have just passed it. Why go through it? But we need to go through it because we needed to decrease and get a real understanding of where we are. So, Mr. Mayor, you got it captured. He's got it captured. So we can vote on it either way.
So my question is to the manager and the attorney. So based on what Bob is saying, the bottom line is not changing. However, the wording in the document is changing, but the number isn't changing. So do we still need to make an amendment, Madam Attorney and Madam Manager? Do we still need to make an amendment? Because what he's doing now is just moving money around. So the money that we saved, which is the 20-something thousand.
Yes, sir.
Roughly,
Sir, that was a
give or take.
recommendation. That's not something you have to do, certainly. If you want to change the budget tonight, we can do it.
But that would mean you have to go the whole document.
The document can change very easily. It's just a question of updating the resolution tonight.
So then my question is this.
My advice is the same.
The advice is the same. All right, so Bob, we're gonna go with, based on what the commission has amended here.
Sir.
And we'll go from that. So the amendment is to reduce the motion is to amend the budget to reduce the special event by the amount, oh God. Bob, you got the actual amount?
Mr. Mayor, may I interject?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm thinking, I understand what Bob is saying, because when you're dealing with numbers, and once we do this tonight, that's done. I mean, we could come back, but I think we should go as Bob is saying right now, because his numbers might not be 100%. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's do it this way. Madam Attorney, tell me if we can't do it this way. Make the motion would be to take the numbers that to pass it based on what the commission discussed, and the remaining, not the remaining, whatever it was, to put it in contingency. And then we go, that was your recommendation, right?
Yes, sir.
Madam Attorney?
You could do that.
Okay.
But I think they could very easily follow you, and we could you could allow us the authority to give us the authority to draft the resolution consistent with the discussion, and we'll put the number in based on your discussion once Bob goes through it. So I guess your concern is you didn't want to have the wrong number. I guess that's what
Right,
Bob
I
is
think
saying,
that's
right?
what we're saying.
But I think that's an easy remedy, because once he listens to the tape and the discussion, he'll just come up with a number based on that. He can give it to us. You can give us the authority to make that adjustment to the resolution to the right amount based on the conversation that you're having tonight.
Okay.
So that way, everybody is clear with, you all had the definite things that you said. You said them, you stated them again on the record. They're clear, what you said tonight. The discussion is clear. It's just a matter of making sure that his numbers line up with that discussion.
Got it. So that's a motion. All right. Can someone make that motion? And Madam Attorney, you're gonna have to give us the wording for the said motion, and then somebody can make.
The motion would be to allow the budget manager, is that your position, Bob? Allow the budget manager to calculate the numbers based on the discussion that was held tonight, and that would be the amendment to the resolution.
Got it. All right, so the motion was made by Commissioner Bass. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second on that motion would be Commissioner Irvin. Madam Clerk, are you clear on what just happened?
Yes.
All right, Madam Clerk, roll call on the amendment that was stated on record by our city attorney.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago,
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, now before we vote on the item, Madam Manager, please ensure that the commission gets the updated version of this before it is sent to the state.
Will do.
All right, thank you. And so the actual question, Madam, excuse me. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bass.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to item 13.3.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, authorizing the city manager to piggyback the City of Miami invitation to bid IFB number 1115382 with H&R Paving, Inc. for qualified professional services for pavement resurfacing services. Approving execution of the agreement attached hereto is Exhibit A for pavement resurfacing of Alabama Avenue between Northwest 22nd Avenue and Northwest 27th Avenue within the city in an amount not to exceed $278,700, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
Can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Santiago. Madam Manager, go ahead and present.
The city initiated the milling and resurfacing project to restore streets in the city that are in need of restoration. Staff has divided the project into phases based on prioritization needs. Staff has developed a scope of services for the milling and resurfacing of Alabama Avenue between 22nd Avenue and 27th Avenue and received a proposal for the scope of $278,700. This project will enhance and improve the driving conditions on Alabama Avenue from 22nd to 27th Avenue. Ms. Adelina Gross is also available to answer any questions you may have.
All right. I'm gonna yield to Commissioner Santiago because you pulled the item. Commissioner Santiago?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. One of my concern here, I think in my agenda really we be talking about it, and I say, yeah, that I'm gonna bring it to the attention of the commission and also to, to the publics, to the residents. $278,000 is a big amount to do that type of repair out there in that intersection between 22nd and 27 Alibaba. When we have projects there, that's what we be talking about in the future to digging again to find pipe. What are we calling the other things? Madam Manager to Mr. Austin from that we had to all the balls and all that. It's me. We're gonna spend it over $250,000 there and make the street again, paving. And we're gonna do maybe in 2-3 months more or 4 months, destroy it again and spending double of the, because that's the project in the whole city to find out the pipes that we have in drainings in that intersection out there. That's my concern, to not spending twice the money that we already have there. Where is the money coming from? The general funding?
Go ahead. Yes, now you can go.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners, Adelina Gross, CIP Division Manager. Commissioner Santiago, can you repeat the last question, please?
Okay. Where is that funding that we're gonna use there in that row is coming from? From
Is coming
the city budget for this
The-
general funding?
This is CITT funding that is basically a grant from the city when we are allowed to use it for roads reparations or repairs.
That's a grant.
It's the money that the city received for transportation each year for repairs and resurfacing of the streets as well as the bus services.
It is a time limit to using that money?
We need to use it within the fiscal year.
By the end of this fiscal year, it's made
Yes.
by the end of September.
Yes.
Okay, and do we have any future plans there to go in again and destroying that section? And not destroy, digging and finding pipes and all that?
I understand your question. No, we do not have any plans for the foreseeable future unless there is a major event like a breakup or something that may happen to dig up the roof and to look for valves or pipes for the section between 22nd and 27.
Okay, we don't have nothing in plan for that section.
Not at this moment.
Not in this moment. Okay, but it's now no more to discuss, and that's what I want to be sure that we don't use the money for nothing, and then we come back again and get another, repair in that
Yes,
roads.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, Vice Mayor Kelly?
Thank you. I recognize what we're doing, but I want to also say, as I mentioned in my briefing as well, after we do this road, and again, we're not dealing with drainage, I disappointed we're not, but I understand we have the funding for it. We redo this portion of the road like we do others every so often, and the bumps are coming back. And hopefully we will get some dedicated source of funding to really do what needs to be done to address the drainage, because we know it's going to come back. I think you indicated in my briefing the time frame that you believe that the surfacing will be. You still standing?
Asphalt pavement restoration usually lasts 7 to 10 years for the road to become a road on normal conditions. Alibaba is never a normal condition due to the high traffic of heavy trucks that we have in there. However, you want me to continue?
You walk right into it. Very good. You walk right into it. I couldn't have scripted that any better. And that brings me to my concern that I mentioned to the manager, and I really want to bring it to all of our attention because we're aware of it. And that's when we do these roadways, particularly Alabama, that we're going to spend money on, which obviously is a bad roadway. All of us know that. But we've also got to deal with the trucks, the parking, the oil leaks, the oil changing in the middle of the street. And as I said to y'all in my briefing, trucks that are turned the wrong way, dropping off stuff in the middle of the road. We got to stop that. We got to address those issues because we're going to spend money, and I know it's high traffic, a lot of businesses. I got that. We like the businesses there, but if we're going to spend the money, which we are, to at least make it beautiful as best we can for now, we can't have the trucks, number one, coming the wrong way, parking the wrong way, doing the work outside. It's supposed to do the work inside of the facility or the property. So once we get this done, I hope there is a renewed effort, and I know we're going to do the whole scale thing when we get that down the road that has been proffered and you know have that in place. But even until then, we need to make sure that we address those concerns because those to me are just totally disrespectful to the fact of what we're trying to improve. And I'm going to say that to those who enforce and whatever. If you see that truck parked the wrong way, dropping off, and you ride by it, then that's a disservice to this community as well. And when somebody's got to go around almost on the other side of the road, people know how they're supposed to drop off. Businesses most time have times of drop off. You're supposed to take that truck inside, or if you're going to do it very quickly, means you don't leave the truck unattended and there for long periods of time. Because even though that's supposed to be a 4-lane, we know many times it evolves into a 2-lane,
Yes.
which causes it even more. So I'm really saying that to the manager and the staff. Once we get that done, I think in my tenure, I said we've seen that portion of the road redone at least.
No, actually, I look into the data. We haven't done that portion of the road in the last 10 years.
Right.
The portion that was completed for Alibaba was from 37 to Opa-locka Boulevard. From 22nd to 27, we haven't touched that road in the last 10 years.
Well, I think you've touched it. You may not have called it touching in terms of major road improvements, but they've done some touch-ups. I'll put it like that, but not nothing hopefully that we're going to do there. But it still goes to the point until we can address the drainage, it's the best we can do. But we can't avoid the oil spills and some of the other stuff that's taking place to make it last longer until we can do a better fit. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right,
Mr. Mayor, last thing for,
Commissioner Santiago. go ahead.
yeah, okay. The repair is gonna be between 22nd and 27.
Yes, sir.
Alibaba. All right, yesterday, a very heavy duty raining day.
Yes.
I passing through there in the section between the old police department. That's a mess. Even 2 feet of water out there. How can we gonna reviving that when that problem out there in that section when the flooding? That's a big problem. Big problem. I think that we have to take care of that first before we repaving that. And that happened yesterday. I forgot to mention it, but that's a mess, a disaster out there.
I'm going to refer to Mr. Aria Austin. We are doing the citywide maintenance of the stormwater drainage system. And that section is included as part of the maintenance. And Mr. Austin, please.
Hold up, Ms. Hanson. Commissioner Santiago, I think the manager hears you on that, because we all brought that up to her about the flooding. And I think she can capture that going forward, because that's not a part of this conversation right now.
It's not directly on Alabama, but I do know the area he's talking about
That flood,
behind
yeah.
the
Yeah,
police station.
it's because we're
Yes.
gonna have the general repair right there. If what are we doing if we paving that and we have the same problem with the water? Okay, that's something to think. You know, probably before we paving, okay, the whole road, try to fix the flooding there problem.
Okay, so Madam Manager, can you address that during, I know we're at a time crunch as it relates to that particular grant, so we have to expend the funds before September, we have to put it somewhere. And being that this is the last meeting before September, we need to make sure that we're right on time. So Madam Manager, can you address that issue to make sure that we try to mitigate the flooding on the police station, at the police station, prior to start of work?
Yes.
Okay, and then
Yes.
you can bring the
Yes, you
report
can-
back to
flooding.
the commission We good? All right, Commissioner Irvin?
I was just gonna say, this is a prime example of what you proffered to us as far as the extra tax on these big trucks and heavy trucks. It might not be always big, heavy, but I've seen some of those businesses with the trucks that they use, they are heavy. So that'll be a big help to us for future repairs once we add that tax.
So yeah, we're working on legislation to bring that forward.
Okay.
All right, so the only thing, well, she took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna ask you, I wanna make sure that is, we remember that to put that in legislation. And also the commercial unit, I want us to fast track that.
That's coming back in September.
That's coming back in September?
I did
Okay.
mention that
You,
last meeting, but it's coming back in
got it.
September.
Perfect. All right, so if all, let's go ahead and call the question so we can move on. We got a lot of items.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes,
Motion passes 5-0.
1311.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, directing the interim city manager to explore an on-street paid parking and permit program as recommended by the feasibility study conducted by SP Plus Corporation, DBA, SP Plus Consulting Services, providing for adoption of representations, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Vice Mayor Kelly.
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor,
Second.
second by Commissioner Santiago, Madam, oh, I'm sorry, this is Vice Mayor, Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As it states in the resolution, long morning. I never like or think it's wise to have studies done or professionals to give us best practices and you not explore those opportunities, which may be beneficial to the city. And one of those, of course, is this particular item where we had the study done and they made some recommendations that the city should do and explore. And so what this resolution does, it allows or directs the manager to explore those off-street, on-street paid parking, any kind of permanent programming that she may deem feasible or recommendable based on that study and bring it back to the commission for any final decision. That's the intent of the resolution.
All right, so I'll yield to Commissioner Santiago. You pulled this item.
Yeah, thank you, to the sponsor. I think that's a good idea, okay, to, look into, this kind of program around the entire cities. And what I want to touch here is that we have to be, okay, be sure that we don't, affect things, areas when we have residential, people, houses, okay, to make some kind of regulation, only if it is one of the street the sweeper is gonna pass. Okay, yes, we're supposed to have some kind of regulation for the day that the sweeper is gonna pass, but have permits or for resident people to, to parking cars in front of the house or something like that. That's what I want to, say to the sponsor, that we have to be, aware that gonna make people uncomfortable. I think the commercial areas is very important, yeah, for us to find faster the quicker we can. Like in Alibaba, all the signs that they have for parkings or no parking, they all messed up. Okay, they need to be changed, and I think that program is gonna help into for the regulation and all that, and that's part of the plan that we have to reduce the parking area there in these busy roads, okay, commercial roads that we have in the city. But the only thing that I want to see is I don't want affecting when this new story or whatever they bring it back to us, to the residents area.
Okay, Commissioner Santiago.
Go ahead, Mr. Mayor.
I was gonna say, if I'm not mistaken, and
Yeah.
the sponsor can chime in whenever, but I think what your concerns was captured in the study, and I think what he's proposing is that they're gonna bring it back to us
Okay.
before it goes out. Is that not right, Vice Mayor?
Well, the study's been done. The
It
information
was captured.
we already have, the
Right.
data's been collected. What the resolution does is directs the manager to look at the study and to come back to the commission those areas based on the study that she deems we need to address or look at for permit parking, off-street, on-street parking and the like. The commission will make the final determination where those roadways are going to be, which will obviously include signage, whatever, but it's something that is done all over the country. Right here in South Florida, as I said to someone the other day, you can't even go to a lot of your parks or beaches without paying some kind of parking fee, whether you're doing something or not. This allows the manager to bring back to us, based on the study, what was recommended for certain areas within our community that we can utilize on-street parking and permit program, and not, you know, leave out any area, but whatever she recommends to us, and the commission will make the final determination. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, that answers your question? All right, so we can go ahead and call the question.
Commissioner Bass,
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Before I vote, Vice Mayor, is there a time certain on when she's gonna bring it back?
I did not want to tie her hands. I briefly discussed it, but I didn't want to put a time frame. I think originally I had said 90 days, but because we're in the middle of the trying to get finished budget audits, I didn't want to restrict her. Hopefully it will take 90 days. I don't have a problem putting it in there. I just don't want to restrict it because there's so many other things with the budget. I'm hoping to have it back, hopefully by November. But I didn't want to put a time frame with all of the other financial things going on.
Got it. All right, so, yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to 1313.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, directing the interim city manager to develop a foreclosure process for certain properties with significant code enforcement liens when in the best interest of the City of Opa-locka, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by Vice Mayor Kelly.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Santiago, moved by Vice Mayor Kelly, second by Commissioner Santiago. Vice Mayor Kelly, this is your item.
Thank you. Again, Mr. Mayor, as this resolution states, if you go straight to the sixth whereas, that deals with the fact that you got identified properties where you got a lot of code enforcement liens have accumulated on them. And in some cases, the value of the property almost is a challenge with the fees. And so we need to look at a process to foreclose on those that meet certain criteria. And this process is really the initial step in facilitating hopefully what's blighted areas or blighted properties, I should say, that no one seems to deal with, to get them restored so they can be beautified in the community. As a part of it, as you see in one of the last whereases, it calls for the development of a foreclosure process and a prioritized list of the blighted properties. And of course, all the steps that are taken as part of that, lien search, et cetera. Bottom line is we have a lot of properties in this city that go unkept. We've got running fines on many of them. And we've been, even here on this dais over the last few months and last year, where folks want to come before us because there are a lot of liens. They want us to waive them, even though the administration has worked with some of them, but they want to waive. And the biggest challenge I have with some of those properties, particularly if they're homes, is a lot of times the folks are not owning them to live in them, they're owning to flip them, which means they're making a profit. In some other cases, there are areas where grass has just been growing, areas where they've been left, and the fines are very substantial, and they're just running. That tells me that whoever owns the property doesn't really have a desire to fix it or restore it, but in the meantime, our residents, our community has to look at these unsightly areas. So this resolution directs the manager to develop that process for the properties based on the significant code enforcement liens that are out there. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
That's all you, Commissioner Santiago.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, to the sponsor, I heard something a little different in what you're explaining to us right now, in this particular area. What I heard is we planning to hiring a title company, Madam Manager. That's what I heard from before. Yeah, to hiding a company.
We previously passed legislation for a company to do the registries. That was the first step of it. So this is the next step of that process.
Then, okay, the next step of the process, okay, for doing specific to doing what? Because what we're talking about is all these fines the Vice Mayor talking about with the people, resident companies or whatever. Okay, we be dealing with a lot of people, and before I think that we have a program before that they help them, to try to negotiating that type of fine or money that they owe to the city. Madam Manager.
You're speaking of the amnesty program?
Yeah, okay,
A few
that we
weeks
have it.
ago, that
Yeah.
was, legislation was passed, and I was pursuant to that legislation, I am working on
Mhm.
coming up with a process which will be coming back to the city commission for approval, consideration for the amnesty program.
Okay. Because my concern with this is, I heard that we're gonna hide in a title company, okay, to go after property that they already own money. Let me give you like an example that I don't know if that disappeared or not. Calle Hogan for years and years and years, and we never collect any money from them, okay? And property that they have many years, okay, with fines that they never pay it, we try to collect our money selling the properties, me take over for foreclose it. Foreclose. It's me, foreclose is me that we're gonna do a foreclosure to that property to bring into to the city. And like that we collecting the money. That's my concern in this item. That's what they told you told me that we had to hiding a particular company, a title company, because we don't know how to deal with that. Now, my question is that we don't have a legal department here that can handle that. The legal department that we have.
Mr. Mayor, through the mayor.
One second. I think
Yeah.
he's asking the manager.
The manager.
I
Yeah.
can't answer that question.
can
because
answer
legal
that
can
question,
speak
okay.
on what they provide. I can't answer that.
Mr. Mayor, if I may answer.
Madam Attorney.
Yes. So yes, of course, we would do the foreclosure. That would be our job. But like all cities who have aggressive or departments that deal with this type of work, there is a necessity to know who owns the property. And so what this item does that the Vice Mayor is sponsoring is it requires that there be some due diligence done before it even gets to a foreclosure process. We handle the legal issues dealing with the foreclosure. We would foreclose on the property. We would deal with the legal issues. But the manager would have to figure out who's going to do it, what department is going to do it, how they're going to do a process that deals with identifying which properties have, a substantial amount that are not homestead, obviously. They would have to, in addition to identifying, they'd have to do a lien search. They'd have to find out who owns it then closer to the foreclosure. They'd have to do a title search with a title company. We're not a title company. That's not what city attorneys do. They would have to do an appraisal of the property. They need to do a survey, figure out who's going to do that. They need to do a cost analysis to figure out whether it is in best interest of the city to foreclose on certain properties, because you may owe more than it's due. So the city will be going through this foreclosure process for the bank to get the property. So that analysis would need to be done before it goes into foreclosure. So to answer your question in terms of whether you have a legal department that does foreclosures, yes, we deal with foreclosures all the time. We get money back for the city actually in foreclosures in some cases. But in this particular case, this is a very different issue. The city needs to have a process for how it's going to send it to the city attorney's office, and then we do the foreclosure work.
Okay.
Hopefully that's clear.
Okay. In that part, let me add something else. Okay. Well, we can do that legal process. Okay, we're now legal department, but the problem is right now we don't know anything about any property, around Opa-locka. How is that when they come here? Okay, we know the papers and department. I think the community development, they have a record for all these properties. Okay, and they know who own that and who, if they're gonna sell, and they have to come here no matter what. The title company for any sale, and then we have the records there. Okay, what they owe to us. My point tonight is this. Okay, we keep adding money to our budget, and we try to make a budget, to make balance. But anytime that we hiding somebody aside, it costs money. It costs the money. And I think we have to start to, work with whatever we have in the city, because we have the power and the resource in the city to find out who are the owner for the properties and how much that they own to us. And I think one of the best things before we go in and spending a lot of money in courts is try to dealing with these people to see if they can pay it, or looking the way to, to negotiating whatever they owe to us.
Oh, okay. Before you, Commissioner Santiago.
Yeah.
This resolution, the Vice Mayor can correct me if I'm wrong, it allows the manager to bring back a process. So we don't know how much it'll cost. Maybe she won't get a consultant. Maybe she can do it in-house, but we need to see what it would actually look like. So that's what, I'm happy that the Vice Mayor is bringing this legislation. He got to it before I was gonna do it.
Mr. Mayor,
Well,
So, but I think.
Mr. Mayor,
if that's the point, it's okay, but they told me something different.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I don't want to get into specific properties because again, the legislation is clear. The manager would have to identify what those properties are. And even if after due diligence, as the attorney mentioned, even if we were to go to a legal or have to get into litigation, Commissioner, that would still have to come back to the commission. So it's not like the manager would decide we're going to go do this, get the attorney to go sue them or whatever we're going to do. It's very clear in the whereas, after following a documented due diligence review, the property shall be brought back to the city commission for litigation approval. And so even the manager goes and decides we should do this, we should foreclose, or we should whatever, the commission might decide, even though you're correct, we don't want to do it for whatever reason. But where we are now, and I'm not even talking about, you mentioned down on 17th, I wasn't referring to any specific property to name because the manager will determine what properties fit that code enforcement mechanism that says we need to go after it. I do know that I'm tired of seeing properties in the city that are abandoned, that nobody's even trying to take care of and or maintain. We've got running fines on them, and that says to me, people don't care. And in many cases, they may not live here, they're not from around here, but it's an eyesore to this community. Anybody that's trying to develop, if there's got some issues, of course they're going to community development, they'll find out, and if possible, the city works with them as we've done in the past. But this legislation creates a process where if we have to get to that point of, as you mentioned, titles and having an attorney involved, even if you go that route, it still had to come back to the commission for litigation approval, and that's very clear in the legislation. So I hope that answers your question, Mr. Mayor. No other questions? Call for the vote.
Okay. You're
No, I don't think. Let me make something clear. Okay, now, okay, the resolution that Vice Mayor bringing is, he's concentrated in all this property that we have abandonings. Okay, that's one.
No, I didn't say abandoned. It doesn't say abandoned.
Yeah,
You're
they don't-
using the word abandoned. I'm not saying abandoned. What I'm saying is if you look at the legislation, where the city of Opa-locka identified numerous properties where code enforcement liens have accumulated.
Yeah.
Accumulated. and we desire to establish a process for foreclosure in cases where the value of the property exceeds the fees and is otherwise in the best interest of the city. So the manager will make that determination, bring it back to the city, to the commission, and we can decide. It might be somebody out there, whether it's abandoned or whatever you want to call it, eyesore, that owes us $5 million. The manager said, we need to move on this. If the commission, by way of three of us, say, no, we don't want to do it, guess what? They'll just still keep owing us $5 million and the liens will keep running. This creates a process for those properties that would be identified.
Okay, to closing this discussion, Mr. Mayor. Is many people try to come to the city and negotiate it with, with the administration. That's what I, pointing to everybody here. Okay. They gonna go through that process that we're talking about, because it's not more easy to resolve a problem to not going far away, to process and all that. It's a person come and they willing, to working together with the city to resolve the situation.
Okay.
To the manager or to the sponsor.
Commissioner
Yeah.
Santiago, I think this should be a case by case basis in that sense.
Yeah.
So
That's all the same thing.
yeah, but I know I'm for this. We have properties, derelict properties with vagrants
Mhm.
that we haven't even been able to get in contact with the owners. The
I'm
county
fine with
reached
that.
out, told us to
There's no
demolish the
problem with
place,
that, but if
and
you
we
got a
still have not
problem-
been. So we need to move. We got to clean the city up. So if the manager feels that when she gets in touch with these people, that she want to work with them to come to some kind of deal, then she could bring it to the commission and we can vote on it, then we can move forward. But I think we need to, everybody hears you. We all agree. We're not trying to take anybody's property. We want to work with people. And I agree with Vice Mayor. This is necessary, but it's case by case. So if she feels that we can foreclose, we'll foreclose. If she says they owe $1, but I want to sell it with 50 cents, I'm sure she'll bring it to the commission for us to approve it. But something has to be done.
But as I said, something has to be done. If you have some people already, we're not talking about that you don't make contact. It's people that you make contact with them, and they have finding co-enforcement fine running or every day. That's what I'm talking about. That's inside of that problem out there.
That's why I said case by case basis, so she can bring it back to the commission and we can vote on it, whether we want to entertain the discount or we want them to pay it. But we need to call the question. We good? All right.
Commissioner Urban,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago,
I voting yes for the right thing.
Commissioner Baz,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, so we're moving on to our first reading ordinances. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we have a new item. 14-1.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, authorizing the interim city manager to piggyback Miami-Dade County request to qualify RTQ number 02029 with Cocoa Tree Service Corp. For tree maintenance in the downtown area of the city for an amount not to exceed $49,500, providing for incorporation of recitals, providing for scrivener's errors, providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by
Second.
Vice Mayor, second by Commissioner Urban. Madam Manager?
Legislation was previously approved to accept grant funding from the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services Division of Administration for Tree Maintenance in the amount of $49,500. The purpose of the proposed maintenance project is to reduce risk and enhance the longevity of public trees and also maintenance. Staff have identified a Miami-Dade County piggyback agreement with Cocoa Tree Service to undertake this task. Upon approval, the contractor will draft a tree maintenance plan to commence the project. All work is anticipated to be completed by the deadline of August 31st, 2025. And Ms. Gross is also here to answer your questions.
Okay, so I'm glad you said, I was gonna ask you, is there a tree maintenance plan associated with this? But you said it, so I guess you heard all our minds. All right, any questions to Ms. Gross? So the tree maintenance, and we can call the question after this. It's gonna give us something for after, they're gonna help us with that?
The tree maintenance plan is going to be developed now.
Mm-hmm.
As part of that maintenance on trimming, pruning, and restacking, removing, or any other services that the trees may need in the downtown area will be performed before August 31st.
Okay, but the plan will help.
We are not planting any trees
No,
right
the
now.
plan, the plan.
Yeah, the plans, the
Going
plan will,
forward.
yes,
Going
will
forward.
help moving forward, yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to get to. All right, any other questions to Ms. Gross? Hearing none, we can call the question, Madam Clerk.
Vice Mayor Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago.
Yes.
Commissioner Bath.
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin.
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, now we're going into our first reading ordinances, 16A1. Madam Attorney? 16A1. An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, authorizing, I can read it, authorizing the interest.
No, that's,
Oh.
that won't be necessary. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate that start. I was looking at another item. All right. An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, authorizing the interim city manager to execute a lease agreement with SFSE LLC DBA South Florida School of Excellence to occupy rental space at 780 Fisherman Street, Suite 335, providing for adoption of representations, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for scrivener's errors, and providing for an effective date. This is sponsored by the interim city manager.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Bass. Second by Commissioner Irvin. This is a public hearing item. Madam Manager, go ahead and present, and then we'll open up for public hearing.
South Florida School of Excellence currently occupies the entire second floor of the municipal complex. They are now requesting to lease additional space on the third floor, space that they previously used, which is Suite 335, and was previously outfitted for their use. If approved, the lease is will generate about $60,000 for fiscal year 2026. And it will also assist with supporting the operations of the municipal complex. I did have a conversation with the principal on yesterday of the school and told her if the lease should pass, that they would have to have a designated person, employee, security guard, whatever they select, to be present at the elevator, stationed at the elevator on the third floor, to assure that their students are not just roaming the hallways, because that's where our commission chambers is located. And she did agree.
Okay, so this is we'll come back to that. This is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. So, Madam Manager, I'm happy you did that, because that was my concern, because this is a long stretch. And our police department used to be here, but they're no longer here. So I just want to make sure that we are locking all of the doors.
So I did speak to Mr. Carney, who is our over our building maintenance, and told him to ensure that all doors are locked. If he have a staff person to just make sure periodically that they're locked, to do that. Yeah, because I do know kids will
They
roam,
roam,
and
yeah.
that's why I said that they have to have a designated person.
Okay, and one second. So I just wanted, they're going back to where they were before, not in this part where we have the receptions and stuff.
No,
Just
the
on the
office
other-
next to it where they
ne-
used to be.
On the other side.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Commissioner Santiago?
Yeah, Madam Manager. In that session, in that side, we're gonna add it to the school in case it is passed. When you closing all the doors out there, it's not gonna affecting any emergency exit for that section.
We will not be closing any doors. We'll just make sure the offices, the doors on this end that's not occupied are locked, so they can't go into those spaces. Meaning
Yeah.
the chambers. and-
Okay, yeah, they're not gonna do anything in that side, in the side that the chamber is right
Yes,
now.
so we'll make
Are
sure
we
that all
talking
the
about the
doors,
other side, they have the access to go in emergency stairs and everything?
those doors will not be locked. We have to
No,
keep
no,
the stairs.
yeah, I know
locked.
that one is not gonna be locked. I say, in the other side, when we separated here, the chamber to that, is no emergency stair in the other side?
The
the
stairs
hallway.
the stairs are on each side of the building,
And is that
and those
both
doors
sides
will
of the
not be
building?
locked. We can't lock them.
No, no, I don't say to lock it. I
So
say,
the doors I was referring to is the chambers doors and all of the offices that the police
Okay.
department previously
the only thing that I want to
occupied.
know is safe for
Yes,
them.
yes,
Safe. Okay, that they
correct.
have an extra exit to go
Yes,
out in
they
case of
will.
emergency.
Yes.
That's it. Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns to Madam Manager,
Mr. Mayor,
Vice Mayor?
and I would hope you had that conversation as well, Madam Manager, about the pickup drop off and the concerns about particularly those that bring their kids late to school, um, pulling up, jumping out, and leaving cars unattended and the like. When they're picking up and dropping off, that was a major concern I had regarding the safety part, and also the question I asked them a briefing, and I don't know if you had a chance to ask. They're in need of more space because of their current enrollment. This is not to add another school.
No, it's not to add another school. So I did have a conversation with her regarding that. And what she explained to me is that they have counselors, and the counselors were mixed in with the students because they were tight last school year. And she's trying to make it a little bit more relaxed to have less kids in the classrooms.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and we can go ahead and call the question, but Madam Manager, I do want to ask you this. I know this is for the upcoming school year. So if we pass it tonight, the second reading, are you going to bring it when you do the special meeting,
Special
that one
commission
special meeting in August?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry. I have one quick
Commissioner
question.
Ness?
Okay, just one quick question. I'm sure it's in our backup documents, but I don't remember reading it. It would be for the contract year or yearly, 2 years?
For August 2025 to July 2027.
So it would have to be renewed based on,
Yes, it would have to be renewed once that term expires.
okay, all right, thank you.
All right, no problem. So if our hearts and minds are clear, Madam Clerk, we can call the question.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0 first reading.
All right, moving on to our second reading ordinances, 16B1.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Article 11, Division 3 of the City of Opa-locka Code of Ordinances entitled Planning and Zoning Board, specifically Section 2-497 I-1 through I-2, entitled Created Composition, Term of Office, Qualifications, Organization, Meeting Records, to reduce board membership from 7 members to 5 members to coincide with the term of office for the city commissioners, providing for 2 alternate members to be recommended by the city manager and approved by the city commission for a 2-year term, reducing the requirement for city residents to serve from 4 residents to 3 residents, amending Chapter 22, Article 2, Section 22-34 of the Code of the City of Opa-locka's Land Development Regulations entitled Planning and Zoning Board to provide for 2 alternate members to be appointed by the City Commission for a 2-year term, clarifying that alternate members shall replace a regular member when a regular member is unavailable to attend a meeting, providing for conflict and repealer, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, rescinding all ordinances in conflict, providing for an effective date. The first reading public hearing was held on July the 9th, 2025, and this is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin.
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor. This is a public hearing item. Madam Manager, go ahead and present, and then we'll open up a public hearing.
Staff is requesting approval to reduce the members for the Planning and Zoning Board from 7 to 5 with 2 alternates. This item was previously approved for first reading on July 9th, 2025, and nothing has since been changed from that approval.
All right, so this is a public hearing item. Public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. So Madam Manager, you said nothing has changed from what was previously
has
presented
changed.
to now? All right,
Correct.
so any questions to Madam Manager, Mr. Gay on this item? Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, moving on to the last item of the night, 16B2.
An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, amending Article 11, Division 13, entitled Historic Environmental Preservation Board, specifically Section 2-570.81, entitled Created Composition, Term of Office, Qualifications, Organization, Meetings, Records, to reduce the board membership from 7 members to 5 members, clarifying that alternate members shall replace a regular member when a regular member is unavailable to attend a meeting, providing for conflict and repealer, providing that 3 of the members of the Opa-locka City residents, with 2 remaining members being professionals in certain specified fields, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, rescinding all ordinances in conflict, providing for an effective date. And this is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, can I get a motion?
Move it.
Moved by Vice Mayor
Second.
Kelly, second by Commissioner Irvin. This is a public hearing item. Madam Manager, go ahead and present it, and we'll open up for public hearing.
Staff is seeking approval to reduce the members of the Historic Preservation Board from 7 to 5 with 2 alternates. This item was previously approved for first reading on July 9th, 2025, and nothing has been changed since that approval.
All right, public hearing is open. Public hearing is closed. Madam Manager, you said nothing has changed from last item to this item?
That's correct.
Perfect. Any questions to Madam Manager or Mr. Gay at this moment? Hearing none, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Irvin?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Bass?
Yes.
Mayor Taylor?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right, we're moving on to our last, to our city manager's report, item 17. Madam Manager, you have the floor.
I would like to sincerely thank the Mayor and Commission for selecting me to serve as your city manager. I am honored by the trust you've placed in me and look forward to continue our collaborative efforts to serve our community. I am also pleased to inform you that Phase 2 of the Burlington Street Canal restoration has been completed. The installation of new sidewalk construction continues along Fisherman Street and is nearly 85% complete. The basketball courts at Sherbondi Village have been milled, and the next step will be installation of asphalt. Sherbondi Playground is complete at this time, and we'll be working with the city clerk's office to schedule a ribbon cutting ceremony. The Summer Employment Initiative luncheon will be held on next Thursday at 12 noon. We will be sending notification to the city clerk's office, and we hope that the city commission can join us as we end our summer program. The finance director has been meeting with all of our department directors along with Tyler Technologies to ensure internal software efficiencies. Those meetings will continue. It will be a long journey, but we are committed to move forward through that process and get Tyler Technologies up and running. I don't have anything else to report. I did submit a written report to the city commission and will answer any questions or concerns you have at this time.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Bass?
thank you. Let me say congratulations to Ms. Lawson as our city manager, and I look forward to working with you. I just have one question. The last bullet point on your report, it has 3 locations: Glorietta, Sailboat Cove, and Cordova Court, where we have visible presence. So I was just wondering, the apartment complex across the street, 22nd Avenue, that's not.
It's not listed on here, but I do know for a fact that they are over there because Cordova and that apartment complex have been having some issues. I drive through periodically and I do see our police parked there. Chief, if you have some more information that you can provide, the new apartment complex on 22nd Avenue, you can also elaborate on that.
Thank you, City Manager. Commissioners, we have been visible. Our investigators have been present because of the concerns that's been addressed with the 2 apartment complexes. They have been highly visible. We did have a meeting today with the investigators, and they provided updated information on a number of arrests that has been made based on the 2 different apartment complexes. And mainly it has been the Cordova and the apartment complex across from there. So right now we're continuously showing that visibility, and we're looking to enhance that based on the number of personnel that we're going to be bringing in.
Okay, with your presence being there, is it more of a less conflict that's happening now?
Yes, we have not, because previously there were a lot of fights that was taking place, but because of their presence, that has now decreased, and they have made a number of arrests. They've been significantly impactful in that specific area.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, any other questions or concerns to the city manager at this moment?
Yes.
Commissioner Santiago?
Thank you again and congratulations, Madam Manager. Two concerns that I have, that I see this week, that I visiting, Shabandi Park. I think that we've been talking about that before. The AC in the basketball pavilion is still off. That's one. And I see the condition of the swimming pool. The condition of the swimming pool. We have to take care of that. Okay, the director of the park told me, okay, the other day that the pumps is that they're not working, and this is very unsafe. Okay, for if we using it. Before anybody go in there to that swimming pool, that pump it have to be functioning, working.
That's correct. So we did have a raining episode where lightning hit struck the pump, and it was not working. The pump is now working today. We had to wait for the company to get the pump in stock and install it. So it is now working.
Okay, and I hope that we continue with the same line that we go for the progress, Madam Manager. Yes, looking for everything under our power or under the manager power, okay, to creating more fundings, money coming through the arc of the city. Okay, I can see two things, Madam Manager, that I'm really not happy with that. And it is, I'm be waiting for two amendment resolution that we have in place. One is for the sign, okay? And the other one for the what are we calling the recreation trucks?
The RV?
The RV.
Yes.
Okay, people are still waiting for it. I know that they okay because they don't go after that, but that's already passing like 4 or 5 months for that, and I'm still waiting for answers.
So staff will be reaching out to the city clerk's office to have a workshop. It was your intent to have a workshop for the RV before we brought the legislation back.
Yeah, I think so. But what
Yes.
about for the signings? Okay, that we have something already in concrete what we're gonna do in the future?
Yes.
Because one of the thing is, it's not revenue, it's not a lot of revenue coming from that. Okay, from many businesses that don't have no signs. And we don't even know when they don't have no signs there in front of the business if they have license. And that's something that is concerned for the revenue. I know that we have a very good month last month or 2 months ago in collecting revenue for building a license, but we had to keep on going, that faster. And I want to see some resort, okay, in that two resolution as soon as we can. I hope
Understood.
we have something for September,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor,
please.
I'm sorry.
Hold up, Commissioner Santiago, you done?
Yeah, I think I'm done for now. The rest I'm gonna say in my commissioner report.
All right, Commissioner Beth?
Thank you. In regards to the AC in the gym he just mentioned, is there a recurrent issue with the AC? Because I know it was out about a month ago.
Yes.
Or 2 months ago.
It was that they did come to repair it and it was out again, and they've been there all this week trying to repair their air condition. I have not gotten a response as to what's going on with it right now, but I'll get an update on it.
Okay, so you think it's a possibility that it needs to be changed?
It could be, but I'll speak to Mr. Carney and Ms. Ray and find out.
Okay, thank you.
If we have, whatever we have to
Mr.
do, we'll
Mayor.
make sure that it's working properly.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. Mayor.
You finished, Commissioner Beth?
Yes, thank you.
All right, Commissioner Santiago?
Yeah, Madam Manager, who is in charge in that unit for the whole city? Who is the person of fixing the AC in out buildings, in every building for the city?
Mr. Owen Carney is responsible for building maintenance.
No, I'm talking about who is the technician, who is the person, who is the
Well,
professional?
so what we do is we get it, Depending on the service, we have to get multiple quotes. So I'm not sure the name of the company right now, but we have to reach out and get multiple quotes for
Yeah.
those services.
Okay, we have somebody from outside, a
Yes,
company that they take
yes,
care of that.
Yes.
In that company that we have now, they don't found they can have found anything about what's going on with that unit.
I don't have an update right now to be able
Okay.
to provide, but I will find out and I'll let you.
Please,
I'll
I
let
need
the
an
commission
update
know.
by tomorrow.
I'll let the entire
Please,
commission know.
okay, about what's going on with that unit. Thank you.
All right, moving on. Any other questions or concerns to the manager? All right, I'll reach out to you tomorrow about my concern. All right, we can move on to our official board reports. I don't see any board directors here, so we can move on to our commission reports. We can start, right to left. Commissioner Irvin, you can go.
Thank you. I wanted to, I'm very glad that District 2 did come to our meeting tonight. It shows that they watch us, I'm assuming. I also want to say that on Sunday, I attended Dr. David Kramer's funeral. And for those that don't know, Dr. Kramer has been in our a doctor here in our city for the last 65 years. And so I ask that you keep his family in prayer. Also, I got a text while we were here saying that Miss Lily Odom has been admitted to the hospital. That's Chief Kason's mom. So let's keep her in prayer as well. Also, I want to say from the time I got the call that the pool pump was down over at Shabundi to watching them over there all day fixing, I thought it was a very fast turnaround. The pool hasn't been without use for that long. Thank you for that swift turnaround. Also, I guess I should have said this to the manager. I just thought about it. In the mornings and in the evenings, 22nd Avenue in Alabama trying to turn right is like an act of Congress to do the right thing. You can be in a turning lane, it doesn't matter because the person that's to your left will still turn on top of you, and that is morning and night. It is horrible. Especially after you know, half nauseous from coming off the roller coaster ride to get there. Yeah, we have to give some tickets or be more vigilant in that area. And it's morning and evening. It's horrible. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Vice Mayor Kelly?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Madam Manager, my prayers are with you. Moving right along. I hosted bingo this past month on behalf of my two hosts. It's a great time as always. Course, folks wanted more food, and all you had was water and pizza, so I had to take that. Yeah, what you got called? They were looking at me all strange. I was like, I'm just filling in. So I didn't say nothing. We're doing the budget, but they ain't thrilled about that pizza. I'm letting y'all know that now. They tolerate it. But really, the final cert training will take place this Saturday. The first two have taken place with staff and a few residents. But the final will be this Saturday at Helen Miller, where they'll receive their certification, be certified to assist in cert training. And so very proud of that. Thank you, Madam Manager. And I know the community will benefit from it. We also held our Feeding South Florida last Friday, and the clerk of the court's mobile outreach was at Siegel Park as well. We hosted our family fishing tournament last Saturday at Ingram Park. I want to thank all the staff and the departments that assisted. The turnout of the community was good. And we did have some winners that did catch some fish. I had to leave to go to a funeral, but Mr. Dakar Griffin filled in and gave out the trophies. I did see the post. And while I'm saying it, Madam Manager, I want to commend your new, I don't know what the title is, media specialist, assistant, whatever, for the pictures, response, being there in place, capturing, and being able to see some stuff in real time and not waiting 3 or 4 days. I thought that was very good. That's tremendous progress. Um, we also, of course, did not have Meet Me Monday on this month, but we'll resume on next month in August. And I'm saying that because we don't have a regular meeting coming up. August the 11th at Siegel Park, Dr. Gallen will be our special guest. So if you have education or any kind of school-related concerns, please be there for that. Meet Me Monday. We also have some upcoming, of course, our um, what I want to call it, spades tournament. Just call it simple. Next Friday, yes, all of y'all that think y'all car sharks. Next Friday at Helen Miller, our spades tournament, trophies for the winners, and also we will have 3-on-3 basketball tournament at Ingram, our new redone courts. Looking forward to that on next Saturday as well at 1:30, 3-on-3 tournament. So, Mr. Mayor, you, Commissioner Bass, Mr. Santiago, y'all get a team together since y'all was doing it at the groundbreaking thing. Put y'all a team together for that. We're also working, as always, for our upcoming resource in Feeding South Florida in the month of August. It'll be the last one, really, of this current year. And I did not mention it in the budget process, but of course, you know, part of that was a budget item. So I'll be speaking to the manager and seeing if we want to bring that back or to encompass it as part of the social service, but we'll bring that back as well. I also want to again thank all of the departments for all of their work with all the events that we do in the city, and I want to thank Mr. Anthem, Finance Director, as well for their work on the budget and getting us to where we are at this point, even though we have the early submission to get us to this point. Madam Manager, I think it's the yeoman's task. I did not hear you mention, the mayor probably will ask you about it as well, where we are on our audits and that financial side, but I look forward to hearing that because I think we are on the right track with that. That concludes my report, Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Santiago?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, I like to say to all my colleagues, I planning to be together with Dr. Shalim Bass, the Commissioner Bass, and myself, hosting the chess and domino by August 2nd. That's every first Saturday of the month. And we're gonna celebrate it together, and I hope that everybody can pass by. We're gonna have a good time playing chess and plays domino. I'm one of the championship there. I'm one of did I say the truth? I'm a winner. Yeah. Okay, but everybody's invited to chess and domino. The first Saturday of every month. This month is gonna be next month, and August is gonna be the 2nd, and we're gonna be there at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. So I have one of the events that I make already my signature event for the city to all my colleagues. Okay, everybody, we are gonna be together in the Labor Day community picnic and car show. We're gonna celebrate in that in August 31st. August 31st, the Labor Day. I noticed a Monday is gonna be a holiday the next day. After church, everybody can go and enjoy it. We're gonna have a lot of farms there, and it's gonna be hosted by myself, Luis Santiago, and it's not cost anything to the city. Yes, but by next year, yes. Okay, this is gonna be the first one, and I think that we're gonna have a very big celebration out there together in Ingram Park Labor Day. Also, Madam Manager, myself, in my report, I like to tell you that I'm gonna be soon, together with you and discussing, news ideas, okay, to bring them back to the community, to bring them back to my colleagues too. Okay, we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna make and creating, the future of that city that is gonna be possible. Okay, everybody here, we're gonna surprise, everybody around that we can doing it, that we're gonna be successful, and we're gonna get out for a lot of trouble. And for doing that, we're gonna come with new ideas that I have, and I'm gonna bring a couple of resolutions to resolve, a lot of problems that we have inside in our administration in the city. One thing that I like to say loud and clear. Okay, I want to say thank you to you, Madam Manager, and to Madam Clerk. Okay, and for the good example that you give me to me. Okay, the respect. Okay, that I deserve, like an elected official that I am. I want to be clear, okay, that I don't owe anything to nobody here. I come here myself. Nobody bring me here. I'm here because the people voting for me. And I love when my people that work for me have some respect for me. I don't want nobody, and I say that, and I want to say it very loud and clear. Okay, I'm very happy with that two administration in the city. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Bass?
Thank you. Due to circumstances beyond our control, we have to reschedule our etiquette class. It will be August 16th at 2 o'clock. It's hosted by myself and Queens Academy. I had a conversation with Ms. Delpha, the coach, and we've decided to open it to anyone that wants to come, not just the mom and the child, but anyone. If it's okay with our city manager, I would love to extend a special invite to your staff as well to be there, because there's lots and lots of techniques that for the most part we don't know, so we don't utilize. And I would love to be able to present that to everyone, to just kind of up our game when we go out to eat, just something simple as a female getting to a car. I watch females getting into their cars, and they kind of flop, and that's not the way you do it. Little techniques to make us more feminine. And as well as the men, pulling out the chairs, knowing what knife to use, what fork to use, how to place, how to sit, napkins, and all that good stuff. So again, it's open to the public, and we're going to change the flyer. We'll have the information upcoming. It's going to be August 16th. So thank you so much.
And I'll close out.
Valen?
Madam Manager, can you get the finance director to come up to give us a report on the financial oversight?
Yes.
And while she's preparing, I just want to say thank you to everybody that supported the mayor's back to school clinic. We were able to service many children on Saturday that did not have insurance in Opa-locka, getting them ready to go back to school with their vaccines and their physicals. Also, I thought she was going to announce it, but she didn't. The National Night Out and Book Bag Giveaway is August 12th at the Pavilion, at the Shabani Pavilion at 5 p.m. So we're asking everybody to come out. Also, next week, I'm really excited about this. Our Explorers Meet and Greet. We want to pour back into our children, get them involved. So we're relaunching the Explorers program, and the interest meeting for that is next week, July 31st at 6 p.m. downstairs in the police department. So if you have any kids, spread the word, and you can reach out to any one of our office, and we will help you with that. And Madam Manager, I know we're only doing one special meeting in August to include all of those extras. So, me and Commissioner Irvin, we want to do it early because we're supposed to be off it all. So it's poll the commission between you and the clerk.
We will.
Date certain and this.
Yes, we'll
In and out.
report through the clerk's office.
All right, so there's because she over here doing right this already, right? We want to get in and out because that shouldn't be a long meeting. Last year was 5 minutes. We voted and we want
be
out.
long.
And so with that being said, Madam Ms. Walker, can you go ahead and give us Ms. Gant.
Good evening, Naima Gant, Finance Director. So yes, we are still on task to have everything issued from Markham next Thursday, July 31st. Fiscal year 2024's audit will be issued for the city of Opa-locka and CRA.
Hey. All right.
Say that one more again. I'm sorry. I missed it. He was talking to me.
No problem.
You know-
Fiscal year 2024 audits will be issued for the city of Opa-locka as well as the Opa-locka Community Redevelopment Agency next Thursday, July 31st.
So this is the first time in years that we've had it on time. This is last year's audit. Great job, Madam Manager, and to our Finance Director, Mrs. Gann. We appreciate the hard work and dedication. All right. Madam Manager, I just want to say, as the mayor of Opa-locka, I am excited that you're in that position. I look forward to working with you. You've showed us what you can do. We often joke that you and Joanna were born here, like you all literally started working here at 1 year old and you never left. So, we're not going back to that, girl.
All day, all day.
But you want the chair open for you.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it. We saw what you can do in such a little bit of time. Things that they said couldn't be done, you've done it. So I look forward to seeing what you can do when that permanent position is in front of your name and that interim is off. So I look forward to that. If all hearts and minds are clear,
Mr. Mayor,
uh-huh.
the woman power is in the administration of that, but the real power is here, man, in that chamber, the main power.
I just want to tell you all thank you, and Commissioner Irvin, Madam Clerk and Madam Assistant Clerk didn't get the blue memo, but it's all right.
We're filing a complaint about that.
No, the Explorers, I didn't announce it. Oh, I'm sorry. To the chief, you're absolutely right. Chief, we had the firefighters meet and greet. We had a lot of people that showed up, and I believe so far I believe what you told me, 4 of our residents have already applied to be a part of the Miami-Dade firefighters, and they just want me to tell us that Opa-locka rolled out the red carpet. Y'all did a good job. Thank you all for that. It was awesome. Huh?
The seat's still the wrong way from.
The seats are still the wrong.
How are they gonna help our children with that?
No, it's 2 different things.
Oh.
All right, so all hearts and minds are clear. We don't have any. I only had an appointment for the Charter Review Board, so we can omit that. I get with the clerk. I said that.
Mr. Mayor, we do have a charter review board meeting tomorrow at 6:30.
I don't sit on the Charter Review Board. Oh, you was trying to say about my appointment? Ah, lady. All hearts and minds are clear. All hearts and minds are clear. So can I get a motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Moved by Commissioner Irvin, second by Commissioner Santiago. This meeting is adjourned.